Nation. The home of champions. The back-to-back Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers. The three-time NBA champion Miami Heat. Home of the five-time national champion Miami Hurricanes. And Miami Hurricanes basketball.
Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys.
Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This update is brought to you by Doral Kia. You always pay less than the pricito at Doral Kia. Visit us at Doral Kia, DoralKia.com. Starting with the Heat, who beat the Pelicans 123-111. Bam led the way with 27 points. Miami will hit the All-Star break with a 29-27 record. And in hockey, Team USA will play their opener today against Latvia. The puck drops at 3:10. The Joe Rose Show begins now.
Davion working from up top. Feeds Gardner. He'll fire and miss from the right side of the arc. Tap back rebound by Ware to Bam. He kicks it out top. Davion on the drive. The lob. Ware cracks it. Beautiful triangulation to get back to the Iron Hammer. Bam powering around. Got it up and in as he swirled around Queen, who got twisted and turned down to the wood and all upset about it. Brother, that's your footwork. Bam spun you around. Pass up top. Working the timeline. Flips it to Davion. We're in our last minute. Heat by 4. Davion on the drive. Pauses in the middle of the paint. To Cash. Now to Simone. Knocks down a critical three at a critical time. From the left corner pocket, nothing but net for Fontecchio. Bam made them both. Almost a turnover in the inbound. And this one belongs to the Heat. 123-111 the final. The Heat have won 4 straight against the Pelicans. They've now won 6 straight in this place. Do you know what it means to miss New Orleans when that's where you left your heart? Come on, moonlight on the bayou, Creole wind in the air. I mean, I know some songs now. As the Heat take care of business on the road.
Yeah, everybody is looking forward to it because our guys have been really pushing through. Well, we've had guys out, and we're not making excuses about it, but we've been pushing for, it feels like, weeks. And we've had some really tough losses where we've played really well. You know, that's the untold story about this. You are ultimately what your record is, but we feel differently about that. We're playing really good ball. We just need to, be a little bit more consistent with it. Our defense is shaping up. That's getting a whole lot more consistent. And then offensively, I think when we get our guys back, I think we're going to be a really dangerous offensive team. When we can be 4th in the league in scoring with, large parts of our rosters on the sideline. Just wait till, we get our guys back into the fold.
That was Eric Spoelstra going into the All-Star break. Last game last night and putting a positive spin on a win against Pelicans, and he should. 29-27 on the season. Bam with a nice 27-14 with 4 blocks last night. And Khalil Ware with 16-12. And you just heard it. Hey, man, we got all our guys. The problem is everybody in the league saying that. Everybody's got a few guys banged up. That seems to be the new story in every sport. By the way, I was even thinking about, even with the Marlins last year, all these young guys come up and play real well and then have an injury and miss 20, 30, 40 games. So times have changed a little bit, but hey, Spo says, hey, man, I feel good about it coming back in the second half. And we'll see what happens. Anyway, they got 9 days off. Okay, we got the All-Star weekend coming up. A lot of stuff going on over the next 3 or 4 days, going into the full weekend with the NBA and their new format on the All-Star game, as they'll mix it up, including the World team that will play in that new format. So I'm kind of curious to see what it's going to look like. We've got a lot of other stuff to get to here as we get started today. It's amazing, man. This Malik Willis thing has really picked up, and all the teams. It really is amazing. I'll tell you why. Because he just hasn't put up any real big numbers. And I think most people now, when you play for the Jets or you play for the Titans to start your career in recent years, they're now getting the benefit of the doubt, right? Players are getting the benefit of the doubt. Like, they're really screwed up. We saw that. They let their coach go. He goes, builds this thing up in 1 year and has 17 wins, and he got fired from the Titans last year. But now Malik Willis goes to Green Bay the last 2 years, gets 3 starts in 2 years, 70 of 89, 6 touchdowns, throws for almost 1,000 yards, and runs for 261 yards and 3 touchdowns. So he had 9 touchdowns in 2 years as Jordan Love's backup. And so now everybody's looking at all the different quarterbacks that there's 5, 6, 7 teams going to be looking for quarterbacks, or even the guys they really haven't seen enough out of yet, and they're a little concerned, whether it's Daniel Jones coming off an Achilles and wanting him back, although he's a free agent, J.J. McCarthy. There's a lot of different situations. I'm hearing, the Cardinals, Kyler Murray, and we'll get into some of that a little bit later on. But you start looking at all these guys that have been bounced around from team to team. I think a lot of teams are going, you know what? What Green Bay did with Malik Willis is what we're interested in. So now the question becomes, hasn't done a lot because he hasn't had a chance. It's a small sample size. How much do you pay for the Green Bay Tees? Is it real? He's still a young guy. He's obviously very athletic. How much and how many teams are truly going to be interested, and how many are going all in on him to say, hey, I not only think he's a Band-Aid, we think he's got a chance to be the quarterback, because we've seen the other guys that haven't worked out. So you can bring some other guys in for Band-Aids, but the one guy that might not be a Band-Aid that they might be saying, hey, in the right situation, playing more. And I always say this, man, nobody knows our team, that guy, Malik Willis, better than John Eric Sullivan and Jeff Hafley. And that staff that he's put together that, and some of them are Green Bay guys over the last couple of years. It's an interesting one. I see the Browns are interested in him. Even if the Browns offered a little bit more money, does he really want to jump in to that mess? They just drafted 2 guys last year. With 5 or 6 guys, including a guy that we call the massage therapy. What do you call the guy? The massage king?
Massage king, yeah. He set all the records. Some of the other guys have tried to dethrone him recently.
But no shot. Not even close.
He set
we
the
had a great field goal kicker tried to get in there, and he couldn't touch it. Not even there. Not even close. But I just think he's going to go, I'm going to pass on the Cleveland thing. But, some of these other teams, and, everybody's throwing out all kinds of stuff right now. And and we'll find out how everybody feels about Malik Willis. But he seems to be the hot young name that hasn't had a full season as a starter, or, had real bad. He didn't get much of a chance with Tennessee. And again, I think if you go to the Jets the first couple of years, or you go to the Titans or a team like that, I think you get a hall pass now as a player, and sometimes even as a coach, to get your career going again. So, yeah, this is going to be an interesting one with Malik Willis going forward as our team's over there. And I always say this, man, free agency's not, we still got some time. I think it's March 11th, or actually March 8th or 9th. You can start tampering, although it's going to start long before that. If you think somebody's actually jumping into this thing and word doesn't spread quickly, like now, who you're starting to get interested in, I think you're way behind. I love that they come up with these dates, and then these deals get done soon as the time is set at midnight, and everything's all done. Tampering is all over the league. If you're not tampering, you're probably not getting. If you're not getting to that agent quickly and working with that agent to get an idea, hey, we're really interested. This is what we're looking at. Will that get us in the ball game here? We really like them. and all those things. But anyway, this Malik Willis thing is a really interesting situation to see how many teams are truly interested. I give you another one too while we're at it here this morning. I am really curious to see what's going to happen to two quarterbacks, Tua Tagovailoa being one, and the other one being Kyler Murray. Franchise quarterback money. They got the big payday. How many teams are truly going to be interested? And no matter, I don't care if it's a trade, they end up cutting them, they trade them, and they give. And either way, the Dolphins are going to pay somebody a lot of money for Tua. Nobody's going to pick that contract up completely. But I am curious because I see some of these markets throwing around Tua's name, and I'm like, all right, sounds good coming from writers in different NFL cities and the whole thing. I'm really curious to see just what the love affair is going to be with two guys that were franchise quarterbacks. And, you know, our coaches have now, over the last few years, spread around the league, and they know there's no surprises. It's not like somebody's going to grab him and go, wow, we didn't know he could do this, or he couldn't do that, or he couldn't do, wow, we didn't know he couldn't run. Wow, we didn't know. They know everything. There are no secrets. No secrets in 32 teams. No. The crossover of guys, and hell, we had 10 coaches. We got 10 new head coaches. We got their old coaching staffs all over the league. Guys are picking up their guys from before and guys they had a relationship with in college and their first NFL job and their second, and we all worked together and we had a great relationship. Yeah, you want your own guys. Everybody wants their own guys, many as you can. And then you start picking off guys that just have great reputations to fill out your staff, guys that did a good job. And we've had some of our guys are going to be staying from Mike McDaniel's time here. So anyway, yeah, that Woody is for me. We are right in the middle of a really interesting story, and we know the guy better than anybody in Malik Willis. And now the question is, how much money are we willing to spend? Because his agent's job is to get him not only a starting job, but as much money as you can and the best chance to have success. So at some point he can get franchise quarterback money. Because I got to tell you, man, somebody's going to overpay for him for what he's done so far. In 2 seasons, 3 starts, 70 of 89 in completions, high completion percentage, obviously. Had the great game against, I think, the Ravens last year. He was 18 of 21 and threw for almost 300 yards. And he can run. He's got some great, he plays, he running 261 yards running for the Green Bay Packers. And again, hasn't played a lot. Jordan Love's played in most of these games. But, yeah, 6 touchdown passes, 0. It hadn't thrown an interception in a Green Bay uniform. But that's just not a lot to really look at. And Green Bay's great support around him. Good team, has been a good team for a while now. All those things you got to decide. Somebody's got to decide how much, because we got some work to do, man. We're going to be getting rid of veterans to clean up the mess that's here, and how much. Everybody's got these wild prices, and I'm just, again, that's going to be part of this story in free agency in this offseason is Malik Willis. What kind of money is he going to end up getting? And you know how this thing works, supply and demand, right? And if you have 4 or 5 teams interested, somebody's probably going to overpay, man, in a big way if they think that's the guy. If they all get together and another thing that helps Malik Willis is this quarterback draft class is weak. It's weak. There might be some guys that develop down the road, but right now, and listen, our guys going to try to win every game, and they should. That's what this thing's about. It's about putting your best guys out there and for everybody learn how to win. And I know the quarterback position, we got into this yesterday, and I'm going to fight everybody on this the whole way. No matter who you're playing, you want that guy to play. I don't care if he's 35 years old or 25 years old. You want that guy to be able to get the ball to other guys can have success so you can develop your team. This thing about somehow losing games is good. It's hard to evaluate guys when they see or they feel like you're trying to tank. It's really hard because you actually have a lot of guys want to win. A lot of guys. Most guys in the NFL want to win. They want to have success. Nobody wants to sit there with 2 or 3 wins in December. Nobody. Nobody wants to be that team. And then you start going to games, nobody's there, and you're just getting ripped. Everything's getting ripped, including guys that aren't playing well. So anyway, all that stuff is going to be an interesting one around Malik Willis, man. Malik Willis going to be one of the big names in this upcoming free agent class to see what is going to happen, just because, once again, we do this every year, Woody. They did this before I was born. Just not enough quarterbacks to go around to try to find the right guy. We got to go to break, man. We got a lot of stuff going on here this morning. We'll get to. We got ourselves a new coach. I'm going to tell you about him on the offensive side of the ball when we come back. Local guy from down here. And we'll have some Jay Lucas a little bit later on after their big win against North Carolina. He'll join us later in the show. Goldie, Steve Goldstein's going to join us this morning as well. Panthers on a break, banged up after 3 great runs to the Stanley Cup Finals, winning 2 of them. Boy, they got some work when they get home with the Olympics going on right now. 3-week break for the hockey, and then we'll be back at it here before you know it. But right now, I want to take some time this morning to tell you it's Valentine's Day's right around the corner, and I don't know about you if you want to take a chance and blow it off like you forgot, or if you want to just go get a $5 card. But if you want to get something really nice and not spend too much money, I recommend you go to Beverly's Jewelers, where I've been going for 35 years. Makeups, breakups, just I love you gifts. And with Valentine's Day, man, Jeff and Amanda have put together some real nice pieces. Jeff, the father, Amanda, the daughter, and that great staff ready to make sure you get exactly what you want. But let's talk about Valentine's Day as the biggest engagement day that we have. Yeah, full of love, man. That's what it's all, full of love for the ladies. And they got a stunning 3-carat certified lab-grown diamond, VVS clarity, E-color, set in a custom-made 14-karat gold engagement ring for just $3,999. It is spectacular. It really is. It's spectacular. I tell people, look, before you get that ring, if you're looking right now and you're down to the wire, $3,999, go to Beverly's Jewels and just look at it. Just look at it. Go, hey, Joe told me to look at it. Oh, man, that's nice. That's going to be your reaction. Just $3,999 for your diamond engagement ring, and she is going to love it. Hey, as far as that goes, Valentine's Day, for anything you need, tennis bracelets, diamond studs, it doesn't matter. They got something for everybody. Beautiful jewelry for Valentine's Day that she is absolutely going to love. If you need extra cash, Beverly's pays top dollar for your old gold, silver, and all your jewelry with immediate payment. So we got you covered. Interest-free financing, free gift wrapping, and a great staff to make sure you get exactly what you want. Visit Beverly's Jewelers in Fort Lauderdale or online at bevjewelers.com. Beverly's Jewelers, where South Florida gets engaged.
All-Star
Had a interesting day yesterday, Woody. Was out and about a little bit, and this happens from time to time. We get into a topic, and somebody will come up to you and say something, have an opinion on, which is great. That's what it's all about. It's kind of how you handle the whole thing, right? But got into this whole thing with the coaching and the kids.
Yeah, me too, actually. I got a little of that yesterday, too.
That's all right. I don't really care because...
Well, it's a big topic.
Well, listen, it's been around forever, man. I got to tell you, Woody, I wish I could tell you it was just your situation, because I did have some people that were like, hey, that Woody thing was... and some would say, oh, it's kind of funny, but like, no, it's real. Like
Well, it is funny, but...
It is.
You take a step back.
When you
more
step
actually
back.
more sad than funny.
So first of all, anybody that wants to get you fired doesn't realize you're not getting paid. Like you're not because you do radio in the morning. They're not going, hey, we're going to give you $500 a game to go out and coach the kids. You're out there. Most people, I think, understand that there's a shortage. It's not like every father or every mother goes, I want to coach the team. Like, oh no, we'll drop them off and we'll be there. And we'll support them, or we'll have somebody drop them off. But yeah, very few people, man. I didn't have time to do it. I'm that guy. I didn't have time. I wanted to be involved. Hell, it was sports if I could have. But yeah. So yesterday, an interesting take. This woman thought I had said, "What, you can't go out and cheer and scream for your kids?"
Mm-hmm.
I go, "No, you can scream and cheer for your kids all you want. I don't think you say anything negative about other kids. I don't think you should be cheering when other kids screw up. But that's just me."
You said that with the tennis thing, right?
Yeah.
You got the unforced errors, get it in the net.
Yeah. But here, no, people don't hear that. They hear everything.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you hear what you want when you hear a topic, right? And it's fine. And listen, more kids are young. There's some young kids that are really developed, that play one sport year round, and they're really good. You got another batch of kids. You're just getting into sports, just trying to get them, brand new. And I see it with my two grandsons. It's brand new to them. You can tell they want to have fun while they're out there. And, then my son's telling them, hey, the ball's over there, go get it. And, they're kind of looking around and having fun because they're still young kids. But you still want it to be a good experience when they're first starting off. And then you got other kids that are that age that look like they're like little Messi's running around out there in soccer, really good feel for the game, excuse me. And, but listen, man, I really don't care at this point in my life. I don't, I'm out of the game. I now go as a grandfather and I don't say a word except when I see my grandsons. I tell them whatever they're doing, it's great. I'm not getting involved. They have tried to somehow get me involved from time to time and ask me, what I think, and I stay out of it. Because you can't win. You can't win in any situation for that. So I did it. And so it's been around for a long time. Woody was around when my kids were young, and my son was involved in every sport and loved playing them all. And we went through it together. And then, like I told you, the days where nobody shows up, I guess it still happens, where sometimes the kids that make $20 a game can't show up, and they go, hey, do we have a parent here? And they would ask me, hey, do you mind doing it? I go, no, I don't mind doing it.
So the baseball I've been involved with has had like older guys that have come out there, and
yeah,
I don't know if they're volunteers or they're getting paid very
it's not
little,
much.
but they're doing it because they enjoy being around the game, right? Yeah. And then the basketball, the kids look like they're, I don't know, high school, college, something like that, who I'm guessing are also making similar.
It's not
money
much. It's maybe to fill up half a tank, or
it's a part-time, part-time gig for a young kid
that like being out there and like doing it and having fun with it. By the way, the only ones that screw it up, it's not the kids, not the officials. It's not if they do make a couple of bad calls or you're upset. It's really the parents at the end.
Yeah.
And it's a majority of the parents are good. A majority of the parents are pretty. Yes, would you agree with that?
Most of them are good.
But there's always 1 to 2 ass clowns.
But you also have to remember that nobody has coaching experience either that are doing these things, whether it's the baseball, basketball, whatever. Like, nobody has, like, I've never coached before. Like, I've been around the game for basically my entire life, but I've never coached before. I've watched enough practices,
Yeah.
but I don't have any coaching experience. This is my first go around with it. Like, I don't know how many of these parents have coached at a high level or any level that are getting into these rec league games, but
Well, first of all, everybody thinks their kids are really good.
yes.
Most parents think their kids are really good. And wherever you're playing them, you're probably going to get this where I think my son should be hitting there or should be pitching, or he's better at shortstop than the other kid. Why is he not playing? Why does my son have to sit out? Well, we have to sit everybody out a little bit because we have a few extra kids and we want to play everybody. So anyway, this lady's point was she did not take the tennis thing very well. But
the tennis thing seems like a different whole situation though altogether, right? Like I told you I was looking at that thing for lessons, and they like take kids in. It looks like it's like full-time tennis.
Well, that's different. Yes, they are. No, that is
and
going
I know
on.
they have one in Davie. They've one. I think there's one in Boca, right? Isn't there one out in like West Boca?
Well, Chris Everett's got
right?
got a big one.
That's in West Boca.
Yes. And then on top of that, Central Park's got some real serious players out there that play. Over there where you are at Pozniak.
Yeah.
They got a famous coach over there. It's got a lot of he's worked with a lot of women on the tour. I mean,
it looks like a very serious
he's got who's
deal.
who, and so he gets a lot of he seems to do better. I hope he doesn't take this the wrong way, do better with a lot of women than the guys. It seems to me he gets more women that he's had some who's who. I mean, he's had some Sloane Stevens worked with him for a long time, and he's had some really good players. So, and that's serious. That's different deal. That's different deal. So now we got these tournaments, these tennis tournaments. They're a lot, and they're at Central Park a lot. And those parents are pretty serious about this, and their kids are good for their age. They're good, but obviously the chances of them, number one, getting a scholarship, number two, turning pro, obviously, like every other sport, it's a very low percentage. But that's the goal. I get it. That's the goal. The goal is, especially the parents are looking at, oh, my God, if my kid keeps this up, we're going to get a scholarship. We're going to get some scholarships. And then maybe, we'll be going to Miami Open and watching my son or daughter play. But to me, not all of them again, but we get some real clueless parents. It's incredible. Just blood and guts, screaming, cheering. So I sat with a guy that was a baseball player, and his daughter was getting into it, but he had played at He really had a good feel for the game, and hey, they were doing a lot of tournaments and stuff, and she's a good player. But the girl he was playing against was the mother was over there cheering every time his daughter hit one in the net. And he goes, yeah, let it go. He goes, I go, dude, that what are you serious? This isn't Djokovic and Alcaraz playing where, you're cheering for your, whoever makes a mistake. And they do have to deal with that. But we're out here with these kids that are 11, 12 years old. Are you kidding me? Mother just out of control, and her idiot, gutless husband sitting next to her didn't say a word. So it was like, wow. So anyway, you're going to get that, Woody. There's trying to make you feel better. But yeah, so this one was talking to me about that. I said I was talking about tennis. And I go, so then I just finally go, are you one of those parents? Or are you one that likes to scream and yell? Yes, I like to cheer for my daughter. I go, well, good. Good. You keep cheering. We didn't get anything accomplished, but she wanted to let me know that she felt that, I guess she felt maybe I was talking about her a little bit in my generic garbage that I was speaking about. Anyway, we've got a lot more to get to here, man. It is funny, though. And I got some former teammates, man. Kids were in tackle football, screaming at refs. And I go, bro, what are you doing? Kid's making a few bucks, and you're mad about a call he did or didn't make? Come on, let it go. What do you think the guy should be like getting paid year-round so he does a better job? Is this NFL? But, yeah, it's It's a little crazy out there, man, with our sports right now. Remember, we went through that thing with tackle football, the fights between the parents and the officials. We haven't had that, though. Looks like we got that under control
Well, that's
right now.
good, at least.
Seems
Yeah.
like we're doing a little better with that
When
stuff.
you have to get thrown out of a game, and I've seen it before, that's a low point. That's got to be pretty close to rock bottom, right? When you have to get escorted out of a game as a parent
Yeah, if you're a parent and they ask you
to leave. Yeah, and then they got to walk you out because you're.
But by the way, what's more embarrassing than the league kicks you out and then tells your kids they have to go too? Because you're an idiot, and now your kids have to go too. They can't be part of it because you said you won't stop. You can do whatever you want. It's amazing. All right. Hey, man, we got to talk about maybe this can help them too. Recovery Unplugged. Hey, man, I got to tell you, new year means a fresh start, new goals, and a chance to reset. For a lot of guys out there, man, I'm not talking on behalf of women, but for men, we get off the road from time to time. We go through some highs. We go through some lows, man. Welcome to the roller coaster of life. Most guys bounce back from it, got pretty good, able to do it, but sometimes we just need help, man. Sometimes we just need help. Start doing some things we shouldn't be doing, and next thing you know, you just can't dig yourself out of that hole. If that sounds like something you might be going through, if your mental health needs a comeback season, Recovery Unplugged Behavioral Health is here to help you with a beautiful mental health residential program right here in Fort Lauderdale. They've helped over 20,000 people nationwide with expert care, music-based healing, and innovative treatments like ketamine therapy for depression, anxiety, and trauma. Really, make this the year you put yourself first. Call 954-737-4508 or visit recoveryunplugged.com. New year, new you. Recovery Unplugged. Heal out loud.
Let's go.
man, trying to get themselves in the big dance here with a strong finish. And then, of course, the ACC tournament. But good win. They really desperately needed against the top team, and they got it against North Carolina. So we'll talk to him about a little bit of that. Steve Goldstein. Goldie will join us a little bit later on. Got a nice long break for Goldie. And we'll talk about the Panthers. And, man, Woody, I never thought I'd wake up. I didn't even notice it. And yet last night I was looking at the standings. They are last in the Atlantic. They are last. 57 games in, 29, 25, and 3.
Can't win every year, Joe.
No. Listen, man.
No.
They went for it, and the injury bug just knocked the crap out of them, starting with Barkov and then Kachuk and then Bennett, Marchand, and Seth Jones been out for a while. All those really nice pieces a year ago.
Yeah. They're not exactly about to heal up during this break here either. So,
no.
Probably might end up getting worse.
Anyway, hey, man, it's a nice 3-year run. They're 8 points back.
Not over yet. Plenty of hockey to go.
But they need to come back and get on a serious run of wins to get back into this thing. So we have that. And, of course, last night the Heat get that win against Pelicans. So now they've got 9 days off. Bam doesn't. And by the way, how about Bam last night? Had himself a really nice game. And so good stuff for him last night with 27 points, 14 rebounds, and 4 blocks. Khalil Ware, 16 and 12 as well. And so. Yeah.
Can I hit you with a text that came in here?
Yeah, what do you have?
From the 215, which I looked at that as like the Philly area there. He said, here's my unofficial thesis on kids' sports and their parents. Baseball dads are the worst. They all think they know the game and constantly interact with their kids while playing. Basketball is second because of the proximity to the court and the parents' ability to get in their kids' ears. Soccer is next because most parents don't know the game and think it's kickball. Football parents are generally the best because they respect the hierarchy of the coaches. That was well said there.
Huh.
So baseball,
by the way,
I have noticed.
There is somebody that's been right there, whoever that was.
He's done them all. That's someone's done all the sports. Yeah.
There's a guy sent that in that's had a chance to, probably had a few kids go through it and has been out there a lot and involved with the league from the top and has had a lot of time to kind of watch.
Well, baseball, we were playing baseball and the kids are like 7. This guy came up to me. He's like, yeah, we took my son to this place and they analyze his swing with all this high-tech cameras and all this different stuff. And it's really, it's really helped his game. And it's like, man, it's just crazy the stuff people are doing at this young age with these kids. Like,
a lot of people go to a park on any given night and you see young guys with individual coaches. And I don't mean just Central Park, but there's a lot of guys that they've got people helping them, and
there's basketball academies now. There's everything, I guess. So
it really comes down to what age, what age is the right age. If you've got a son or a daughter that's really into it, and that's a feel you get as you go through it. And so my dad didn't have to push me, man, for sports. I loved them. I grew up in a sports family, and I had a dad that was my coach in baseball for a lot of my years. Matter of fact, he was my coach till I was 15 through senior league. He was coach, and we won, and so he got to be the all-star coach too. And he also was my coach a little bit in Little League, not the whole time, but some of the years. And again, he'd come right off the poles and from PG&E out there and still have his stuff on. And he'd be there, man. He'd be there. Wherever he was climbing poles all day, he would show up. But he also knew sport. He knew baseball really, really well. Now, he wouldn't touch anything else now. He knew the fundamentals of other sports, but not like baseball. So, made us bunt and sliding and the whole fundamental thing of he had it. And so I learned at a young age that way, but he was not over the top, man. He watched me and never said a word through my highs and lows. He was there for my lows and there for my highs. And we probably had a few talks about coaches through the years when I was younger. And he was old school, like, hey, you committed to this team, suck it up. I know you don't like it. I know you don't like where you're playing, whatever it is, that it's going to happen. It's going to happen. But
somebody said hockey parents very similar to baseball parents, very elitist in the world, in the hockey world. That I wouldn't know. Hockey I've never.
I was out there for Junior Panthers with my my brother and sister-in-law, and I didn't see that. But again, these kids are all pretty much. If you're playing on those teams, you're pretty good. Like they got a pretty good idea. They're pretty good players.
Well, what percentage of these kids are going pro or, whatever? Like that's the problem. I get you want to play competitively. I understand that, but what percentage are like after high school are playing?
No. The numbers. This goes back to the tennis thing too. Like these kids.
What percentage of those tennis kids make it?
Well, how about these kids?
I'm guessing it's a low number.
These tennis kids. We got people right now. They're taking their kids out that either don't go to school at all, or American Heritage Plantation's got a program where they go for half a day, and then they take a bus and they go and their afternoon is all tennis for 4 hours. 4 hours of conditioning and hitting and working on your game, and then playing tournaments all weekend long. The parents fly them all over. They play tournaments, and then there's kids just, hey, we got a lot of kids homeschooled right now, man. There's a lot of kids homeschooled and that sport, that's a big one. That's a big one.
That homeschool thing's wild, man.
So those kids are, and so the mom usually is the teacher during the day and goes through stuff with them. And
Texter said there are coaching clinics you can attend. Certain leagues require certification before coaching Little League.
There should be that. And by the way, there should be rules given to every parent or anybody that's going to be going out to the games, whether it's an aunt and uncle, a boyfriend that's dating the mother, or a father that's got a girlfriend out there they've been together. I'm just doing all different.
But the problem is too, though, like you do have to be respectful of the fact that like these guys, like they're also not getting paid and they do have lives outside of this. Like you do have to be.
Well, you just took it back to your situation of somebody wanting
like
you fired.
I also like I mean I think I can coach a group of 8, 9-year-olds without going to a coaching clinic, but I like to think I could at least, but
well,
honestly,
the leagues, all these leagues, I think they must have this. It's been going on for a long, long time. These leagues have like, here's the rules and here's the conduct policy for the parents. Like, please, these guys are donating their time. They might not be perfect coaches. Some of them might not have ever played the sport, but at least they wanted to do it.
Well, here's one, Joe. How about this one? My brother's a former MLB player and coaches his son's teams. Even he wants to quit from all the expert parents.
Oh, see?
Jeez.
That one would get frustrated. I told you the one yesterday. The ball hit the kid as he was rounding third base.
Yeah.
And the mother thought it was ball tag in the stands and was screaming.
So it's a college soccer for girls. About 5% make it from youth high school soccer. Yeah, I'm sure it's low percentage for every sport.
Yeah. Well,
travel coaches get paid, have to have a license. Well, that's different though.
Now,
that's not what we're talking about.
No, we're not talking
about
about travel league where you've handpicked a team all over South Florida to go play in tournaments all over the country and go up and play in Northern. That's different.
By the way, God bless those parents because that is a ridiculous time commitment. I've heard about some of the people in this building like that. Their kids are involved in those things.
Yes,
one of our guys, his kids play lacrosse, and he's like, "Yeah, I was in Orlando last weekend, and I got to go here this weekend." And
my brother and sister-in-law, the boys are both on the Junior Panthers, and you got to sign a contract that we're going to Boston, we're going to St. Louis, we're going to Detroit, we're going up to Toronto. You have to sign that you can afford. So these kids, they have to. It's mandatory. When we travel, here's the schedule. And certain parents, they handpick certain parents, so they didn't all go all the time, but they would rotate to keep an eye on the kids because you're taking kids up there, and they play 4 or 5 games. I mean, they're playing more than one game a day, and then they come back home. They play a lot of games. That Junior Panther thing is nothing to mess with. That's
So 2 more for you here, Joe. Parents want to live their childhood through their kids. Yeah, so the failed dreams, you try to live through your kids there. And one more, Joe's dad must have loved Shula.
Oh my God, he loved them.
Yeah,
He loved them.
big fan.
I told you that story, man. I think every guy's got a story like that. He had just ripped me a couple days before. I mean, blasted me. And I never got used to it. I never liked it. I know that was his style. I knew it when I got there, and I saw it happen to other guys, and I probably laughed when it's happening to other guys, but when it's you. And now my dad's in town, and I said, hey, Dad, we got practice, why don't you come out at a certain time? So he shows up, because back then you could go to practice and watch through the fence, and so after the practice, he just ripped me. I mean, he just ripped me for whatever. I'm not saying it wasn't deserving for whatever I did. I made a mistake and a mental mistake, or ball hit me in the head or something, whatever. But here he comes, and I'm like, oh man, I don't know how this is going to go over. But and every dad back then wanted to meet. That was a big deal. Like all our guys were going, because they all were hard asses. The old the old school dads were still spanking back then, and now they meet this guy and it's like he's the president of the club. Shula's like the president of their club. So he goes, Mr. Rose, very nice to meet. Stopped and talked to him. Oh, how long you been in town? And took like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, made my dad feel like, hey, we're glad to have your son. I'm glad to have your son. You're just ripping me, And yeah, and then every guy had that story that after games or whatever, Shula was great with the parents. Great with the parents who would come in. Listen, they weren't hanging out every day, don't get me wrong. Like I said, my dad came in on a Friday, for extended time. He took off work a day to come out and be there for a practice before the game. But
someone said it's $5,000 to join the Junior Panthers. That does not include the bag of the home and away jerseys.
Yeah, no. You're
expensive.
It's an expensive game. That game is not for every kid.
This is another topic for another time, but we've talked about this when Spencer played in high school. Parents switched son 3 years straight in high school. We've talked about that, the switching high schools. And another guy said he's packing for Fort Worth right now. So have a good long weekend there.
Hey man, there's a big commitment. Just you get into this, and by the way, your kid ends up being good. Your boy or girl, young boy or girl, ends up being really good. And expect a lot of calls for people wanting your kids to play on their teams. And welcome to the world of lots of games getting ready to be played. You can either go with them or just make sure they got the money to go, because your kids are going to be playing everywhere. Hey, we got to go, man. 7 o'clock hours coming up here. Got a little carried away on the parent thing today. I apologize. It is always a passionate topic. Sometimes even makes the news from time to time out there. Hurricane season is not here yet, but it's on its way. Protect your home with Loctite Impact Windows, Doors, and Roofing. So let me guess, you got no leaky roof, and you're playing this game of we're hoping one more year we don't get hit so our house is okay. We're just going to keep patching it. Well, listen, man, you can replace your old roof now and pay later with Loctite. Loctite Impact offers the highest quality roofing materials with lifetime warranty plus thousands of 5-star reviews. Save big on their legendary state-of-the-art Impact windows and doors. Impact windows as low as $6 per window per month installed. So don't wait for the next storm. You can visit LoctiteImpact.com. Again, LoctiteImpact.com, or call 954-500-LOCK. They cover all of South Florida. They got a great staff to answer all your questions. Get the whole process started. Hey, Chev, the CEO over there, is a very passionate man and wants to make sure you guys get the best products at the best prices with Loctite Impact Windows, Doors, and Roofing.
WQAM broadcasting live from the Ed Moore Sawgrass Auto Mall studio.
This update is brought to you by Doral Kia. You always pay less than Pricito at Doral Kia. Visit us at Doral Kia, DoralKia.com. Starting with the Heat, who beat the Pelicans 123-111. Bam led the way with 27 points. Miami will hit the All-Star break with a 29-27 record. And in hockey, Team USA will play their opener today against Latvia. The puck drops at 3:10. So some afternoon hockey, Joe, against the country I couldn't find on the map.
Don't worry about it, Woody. These games, though, will be fun. It's hockey
Is that
games.
NBC?
Yeah, everything's on NBC.
Coverage, right? Okay.
I got to tell you, I didn't think I'd do it, but I'm sitting there drinking coffee with the wife and 3 o'clock in the afternoon, having our little time together. And
did you ruin it by putting on the Olympics?
I got the Olympics on.
How'd that go over?
A lot of skating stuff.
Oh, she must like that.
No, she likes all this stuff. It's fine.
She did the figure skating?
All of it. Little racing.
Speed skating or figure skating? What were you watching?
The figure skating. Yeah, they're both men and women together. And
any good routines?
Stuff I obviously could never do.
The triple axel?
Yeah, that the thing. Yeah,
that's the best. That's the best jump they do, right? The triple axel.
Trying to stay on your feet and
you're seeing the
not falling apart.
The Will Ferrell ice skating movie?
No, I haven't seen it.
All right.
But I was watching that, just kind of. I do feel the moment though, because they set it up and like, oh, this is a big one right now. It's coming up, and this is the one of the most difficult parts of the routine, and you feel it because like you worked 4 friggin' years. That's why I'm going like this guy's worked his ass off. Speaking of like when he's a kid and she's a child.
A lot of ice skating.
Right. A lot of ice skating. They lived in ice rinks all over and they got these special coaches and to teach them how to dance and ballet and balance and athletically jump up in the air and be able to flip and spin. And you're going, damn, this next 2 minutes, man, you worked your whole life, what you've done so far for this 2 minutes. And how will you handle it under pressure? Because now this is it. I mean, there's no like $10 million job if this is a great one where you can go be a professional the rest of your life. This is like, okay, am I going to get that gold? Am I going to fall? Am I going to nail it? And so, yeah, man, you do feel that pressure, man. If you competitive and you watch it, even with that sport. And it's the only time of year, like most Olympic sports in summer and winter, only time you see a lot of it is this. But you understand that these people put in a lot of time to get to where they are. You got to qualify through your own country, against other people. And now, all right, you're representing your country against the best in the world.
I just wonder how some of these people make money. Like some of these sports are so like out there.
I think they get a certain amount of money, whether they get a gold, a silver, or bronze.
Do they?
Yes.
From who?
The countries pay.
Oh.
Some pay more than others. And then you hope there's some advertising dollars if you're in it, right, that you're sponsored by.
Well, remember track and field got really popular for like a minute. Like, what was that, last year ago, so ago, and they had that show on Netflix, and it was like, and then they tried that. Remember they tried to start that league? That Michael Johnson started a league and he go bankrupt like real quick.
I don't think they can do it. Here's the problem you have. Track and field, they don't make money here. So they have to go to Europe where they fill up stadiums, as you saw in that show.
Yeah.
Those were big over there.
Why does that never catch on here? I
don't certain countries,
just too boring.
Certain parts of the world, hey, man, I'm all in on 100 and 200 when it's the fastest dudes in the world. I think it's like.
But you're good with it once every 4 years. I mean, we don't.
Yeah. I mean, I like that show you're talking about.
Show is good.
There's some major ego in that, too.
Oh, yeah.
And they don't all like each other, men or women.
Those shows, for the most part, have all been pretty good that follow leagues around.
Looks like Jamaicans and some of the Jamaicans and Americans are not best of friends, both men and women in that show.
But those shows do enhance the leagues, right? Like the F1 show is great.
No, all those shows awesome. They came out. I think all those shows, but you're right. F1 seems to be the big winner.
Oh, it's great.
F1.
There's a lot of drama in that sport.
Get a little personality.
Yeah.
Get a little behind the scenes. You know, the other one that was really good, and it was the first time, and now there's a breakup. I don't know why I'm bringing this up on the show, but so Alcaraz, who's the number 1 player in the world, He
They had a tennis show, didn't they?
They did
Yeah.
on him. And he's told his coach he was struggling a little bit. He said, I'm taking some time off. The guy goes, well, you can't be, they're from Spain. You can't be Nadal. And Nadal never took time off. He goes, I need to take time off. I want to be with my friends. And I'm burned out, not playing well. He went through a patch there where, like everybody, you get a little tired and you're not playing well. Hey, and next thing you know, he starts his season. He let that coach go. That guy had been with him since he was a kid. When somebody goes, hey, this little guy might be really good. So, and now he's back on top of the world, playing at a ridiculous level. But I always think of that with those shows, and that's what's cool about those shows, right? Behind the scenes, hey, you lost in the second round to a guy that's 150th in the world, and he goes, yeah, I'm done. I got to take some time off. The guy goes, what? He goes, I'm taking some time off. I'm going to go hang out with my buddies. We're going to go. So you're going to get out of shape. I don't care. Take some time off. I don't know when I'm coming back either. And I'll never forget that part of the show. And I thought, wow, the fact that they're showing that is just to give you an idea. It's pretty cool. And you see it from the best of the best and what they go through. That's what makes those documentaries so cool. By the way, that race one, those top guys, they hated each other. They did not like each other. That sport, individual sport, obviously, you're running, you don't run as a team, just you. And then you happen to do, which we suck at, is the relays. We're not very good at because we can't figure that out in track and field. But very, very interesting stuff. Hey, we've got a lot of stuff going on here. If you're just joining us, the Heat get a win against Pelicans. They should have. Pelicans had 15 wins. They take care of them last night and pick up another win. Still in the 8th spot. 9 days off for them. The All-Star weekend is coming up this weekend, so players will get a little bit of time off. And hockey has got 3 weeks off, and we'll get to see the American team play coming up this afternoon for the first game they'll play. And then on top of that, we've got that other sport that just never sleeps at all. And by the way, Marlins are up there with pitchers and catchers, and there'll be a lot of stories coming out on a lot of guys from last year and trying to figure out who will be your starting lineup and who's going to be on the big squad and all those things. But the other thing is one of the big stories right now, man, is this Malik Willis story. And how much do you pay him? And what's the market going to be for him? How many teams are going to be interested in him? He just hasn't played a lot. Woody, it always scares me, man. If you haven't played a lot, and I know, man, I look at the numbers. So in 2 years, he's completed 70 of 89 passes as Jordan Love's backup. He had 6 touchdown passes, did not throw an interception, and had almost 1,000 yards.
You trying to talk us into it?
No, I'm throwing it out there.
Because it's a big mystery, man. Who knows?
261 yards running. We haven't seen that, by the way.
I will tell you one thing, Joe. They sign this guy, there's going to be a little buzz around this team.
I agree.
That they have not had in a while.
It's a great call. Now,
whether it works or not is that's another.
They're not worried about buzz. They need guys who can play. That buzz of knowing the guy can play would be the biggest.
Yeah,
buzz.
I'm pretty sure you're right about that, but they do need to generate a little bit of excitement around the team right now because there's not a whole lot of that.
It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard because most
the
people
best returning face on the team.
Well, it's a running back.
Well, can you guarantee me he's coming back?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll give you another one's going to be back. Waddle's going to be back.
Those are the 2 faces of the team right now.
Well, your two best draft picks, Patrick Paul at left tackle. But I just look at this thing with this guy, and it's like, man, even Justin Fields. They're talking about Justin Fields' contract is probably going to be the rate, and I'm like, Justin Fields has actually played a lot of football. He played a lot for Pittsburgh. He played a lot for the Jets compared to what we're talking about. And he played a lot for Chicago. Hell, he had a really good game when he played for Chicago against us. So he has played a lot of football, And now everybody goes, we think he can be the guy still. He's a high first-round pick. They think he can be the guy. And it hasn't worked out. But Justin Fields is a 2-year, $40 million contract, 30 guaranteed. So he's going to get $30 million guaranteed. They're going to have to pay him a little bit of money this year again. And even that, and you look how much he's played compared to this one, and he played for the Green Bay Packers, which is as solid and sound as, always one of the best 10 or so teams in football. And you look at all these numbers and completions and touchdowns, and you're going, man, they're good numbers. They're really good numbers. But he hasn't played a lot. He's got 3 starts in 2 years. He's young. And I think he was helped out the fact that he played for the Titans the first couple of years because they were so bad, nobody even reads into it. It's like going to the Jets. People go, you played for the Jets. We think you're really good. We just got to rehab you a little bit. So anyway, this Malik Willis thing is going to be really interesting because we've got 4 or 5 or 6 teams going to be interested in him, most likely. And they're going to match him up. They're going to match Malik Willis up against everybody in the draft, which most people think it's Mendoza, and then there's a drop-off. And then looking at potentially what's going to be on the market from guys either getting released or guys that are free agents. Geno Smith, Kirk Cousins, Marcus Mariota, Daniel Jones coming off an Achilles. And then the 2 other guys. And I have no idea what the league thinks of Tua Tagovailoa and Kyler Murray. I have no idea. I am really curious.
I think you have an idea.
Well, they're talking about the Steelers would be interested in Tua, and I go, why would they? I just saw that game not too long ago. Why would they be interested in watching the way he threw the ball in that game? What am I missing? That game, they benched him after that game. Why in the hell would the Steelers go, that's our guy, or that's our backup? So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. And the other guy's reputation just as bad, Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray, man, is apparently a different dude because, first of all, anytime you're a quarterback and you don't like to watch film, we got a problem. I mean, we got a big problem. You got to watch tape like you're the friggin' offensive coordinator, man. You got to watch the tape like you're one of those offensive coaches. That's how much tape you have to watch. And when they started messing with him, remember that when they were wondering if he was or not, and then they're going to put a clause, you have to watch tape at night. And I'm like, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? You're almost doing what we did with Tua. You almost did the same thing with that guy. So I don't know. And somebody asked me which guy you like the most if you had to have one of those 2 guys. And I go, neither, but I'd take Kyler Murray because at least he can run a little bit. Had a good game against this couple years ago. Remember that? We kept blitzing him and he kept getting outside.
I would prefer no tiny quarterbacks.
No. Hey, with you, man. No, and Kyler Murray's been there for a while. How many years has he been in Arizona? It's not like he just got there.
He also, again, it seems like a pain in the ass. So we need a high character.
With these young guys, Kyler Murray's not a good fit for this.
No, well, he's not a good fit with anyone. You need a high character guy with this position. You know what you need, Joe? You need a guy who actually acts like a quarterback for once. We've had back-to-back guys down here that just, they didn't want to be franchise quarterbacks.
Didn't want to act like it, did they?
No, they didn't play the part. And I know people are like, oh, the only thing that matters is winning, but you were around quarterbacks that played the part.
I don't know if I've ever had 2 quarterbacks who are more of an introvert than Ryan Tannehill and Tua. Yeah. And it's their personality.
But don't you think it takes a certain personality to play that position? You were around, and I know Dan's a bad example.
I know you're going to, here you go, and you get on me, so you're going to use him as an example.
I guess he's a bad example, but you need...
Hi, my name's Dan Marino, and I'm better than everybody that plays in this friggin' league. How are you? It's nice to meet you.
But look at...
I got a line of 1,500 people at the subway today.
Look at the elite quarterbacks in the league. They have big personalities. They're not afraid to do, the quarterback show on TV or whatever.
Not afraid to go to a charity event,
an interview
that they're supposed to, and the last second said they didn't want to, they didn't feel comfortable.
How many times did Tua come on with you over the years? What, once? maybe as like a paid sponsorship interview. Right? And I think that's
You
the
know
only
what?
time he ever came on was when he was pumping
So-
some crap at the Super Bowl.
You had to hurt me, and then you had to go one step further, and you had to say, and he had to come on because of
No, but
sponsor.
that's weird. That's unusual that a quarterback would never come on the local radio station with the guy who does the games.
I asked Ryan Tannehill one day a question because he didn't like to come on either. And I said, hey, man, you don't really like doing this stuff. He goes, no, I don't. He admitted,
Yeah,
he's on the
well,
radio, goes, I
he
don't
didn't
like
need to
doing
admit
this.
it. I mean, you could tell. You could tell these guys
Should have
hate
just
it.
had his wife do everything. She liked to do everything. Hey, we got to go to break here, man.
Jeez.
We got
He ended up having a good career, made a lot of money.
Tannehill.
Yeah.
Tannehill's a big winner in this game.
Yep.
You know how many calls he must have got last year, and he said, no, I'm done. He didn't want
Yeah,
he did
true.
not want to go back and play.
Yeah.
He said, that's it, man. Atlantic Men's Clinic, man, I got to tell you, if you're going through low T and ED right now, just tired all the friggin' time, energy levels not there. On top of all that, your sex drive is gone. The combination is a terrible thing, man. Terrible thing. I went through it. It was bad. Hey, man, it's one thing you're tired all the time. You're not working out, and then you gain weight. And then second thing is looking forward. That wife's looking real good on a weekend, and you're going, I'm in trouble. Ain't nothing happening here. Hey, I did something about it. And I'm sharing you something that my wife probably wouldn't appreciate right now, but this is how much I believe in Atlantic Men's Clinic. And I know this is how much they're going to do for you. If you're going through the low TED combination right now, which, by the way, sooner or later, all men will, but you're not sure how to handle it, well, I decided, man, I'm going to get the most out of life as long as I can. I want more out of vacations. I want more out of my weekends when I'm off outside of football season. And Atlantic Men's Clinic just worked for me, and I know it's going to work for you. They're so professional. You set up that first appointment, you get your your PSA test, you meet with their professional staff, you get into some serious questions and answers about what you're going through, and they look at those numbers, and they're going to put you on a program that's absolutely custom-made for you to get great results. They police it to make sure you're doing it the right way and you're getting the results you should. Man, I have nothing bad to say about Atlantic Men's Clinic. One of the great sponsors I've ever had. 7 locations in South Florida to serve you. 7. Brand new one in Hollywood. I go to Plantation. Great staff, great people, great results. Hey, if you're going through this right now and it starts to mess with your head like it did with me, especially on the weekends, 877-455-7300. Set up that first appointment, man. It works. Go to AtlanticMen'sClinic.com. Get more information. I know this. It's going to work for you. Set up that first appointment. You're going to get great results with Atlantic Men's Clinic.
ziprecruiter.com/free. That's zip.
Up here, March 6th through the 17th. This World Baseball Classic has been an absolute home run for baseball, and especially for some of the passionate countries like Dominican Republic, which will be here, Israel, the Netherlands, Venezuela. I'm talking about head-to-head matchups that are going to be just so cool. Can you imagine Venezuela getting ready to play against the Dominican Republic? What that's going to be like? Oh, my gosh. Hey, the best in baseball, representing their countries with a chance to win the World Baseball Classic. Everybody's going to be playing, and we're going to have it here at Lone Depot Park, home for the tournament's biggest games, March 6th through the 17th. Get ready to really enjoy yourself. Different atmosphere if you've never been. If you've never been to watch some of these countries, man, it is the coolest thing you've ever been to. It's not your normal baseball game. Get ready and enjoy yourself. As the biggest baseball's biggest stage, buy your tickets now at marlins.com/WBC. They're going fast.
Traffic on WQAM is sponsored by Lexus of Kendall and Lexus of West.
Everybody, things start to slow down in the world of basketball with All-Star Weekend coming up. Heat finished strong, though, last night. Bam had 27 and 14 with 4 blocks as the Heat beat the Pelicans and staying at 8th spot for right now in the 123-111 win. And in that game, they have 9 days off before going back. And, of course, hockey tonight, United States this afternoon, 3 o'clock, will play their first game. And probably, and I'm guessing, some point we could see United States and Canada play again. And that's going to be fun. That is going to be a good time to see what happens there for sure. We got pitchers and catchers up in Jupiter. Woody, when we going up, man? You're not going to have time now that you're with the kids.
No,
and
man,
stuff.
I'm in. I want to take the kids to spring training this year.
I know Dave Hyde loves to go, so I got to go with Dave.
I'm taking the kids this year, and I'm going to stick them right in front there, see if they can't get some baseballs signed, because I know people are willing to sign out at spring training.
Yeah, I think those guys are pretty good at it. That was the word coming out.
So yes, I would love to get out there.
You better take advantage of before some of those guys get really good. Well, then the autograph signing gets cut back a little bit.
But the question becomes now for you. You're going to be wrapped up in your tennis here pretty soon, I know.
Yeah, man. We got the tournament in Delray. We got Miami Open. Chris Clemens, my boy over there.
Time here with all
hey, man, I'm gonna have to give up some stuff because I do enjoy my favorite time is that Miami Open for 2 weeks.
I like you go like the day before it's like even officially open, and you watch on the side courts like a proud dad.
Not like a proud dad. I just like to watch. See, the thing is,
you're a side court guy like my uncle.
Yeah, I do see your uncle out there.
Yeah, you're side court guys.
Because those guys are still really good.
Who, the players out there?
Yeah, all the guys are qualified.
Yeah, no one.
I mean, think about this. If somebody goes, I'm 100th in the world, you go, oh, my God. You go, 100th in the world. Are you kidding me? What do you mean, oh, my God? You're one of the 100 best players in the whole friggin' world? The whole world's playing this friggin' sport, man. Are you kidding me? If you're 100 in this country, you're a damn good player. So, yeah, and they're out there, and the problem for them is once they do qualify, some of their first matches, they have to play against the best players in the world. So they don't last long as they get knocked out by the top 10 usually pretty quickly. Anyway, we've got lots of great events going to be going on down here.
F1's coming to town.
F1's.
That's one of my favorite events. You know
it
that.
is. It is. You do like it.
We got a Cadillac team this year.
Give you a couple of. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cadillac's in it now.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's. Hey, man, that event is strong. There's no question. Can't argue. That thing apparently is a cash cow. The people love going to that thing too, man. Just love going out there to see it. F1 is just kind of exploded, Woody. I don't know what the hell happened one day. It just kind of.
Well, I think the show had a lot to do with it. I think that show on Netflix, I'm guessing a lot of people have watched that show.
Was smart.
It's excellent.
That was very smart. I agree with
that show. But the thing with that show, it's like the same thing with the track thing. It appeals to people that maybe don't care about the sport, right? Because there's more than just the sport in that. Like there's the off the track or field or whatever drama.
So Lewis Hamilton, right? Great driver.
Yes, I do know Lewis Hamilton.
Okay,
yes.
I know you did.
The one who's dating Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
Is that where you're going with that?
Yeah, you know where I was going with it. I don't like to do this, and people don't like when I do this, but sometimes you see people that are kind of getting together, and you go, this thing has no shot to work long term.
Yeah, but he's very mentally tough, I would think.
He better be
one of those drivers. Again, if you watch that show, you get an appreciation for how insanely difficult it is to sit in one of those cars for 2 hours.
No matter how much he likes her, and I think she's beautiful. I'm one that thinks she's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I do.
Well, it's like most people.
But I got to tell you, sometimes there's stuff around them that you have to deal with when they have kids with other people.
Yeah.
And I'm not. That's a different level now. For anybody who decides to jump into that game.
Well, that family's ruined many men. Lamar almost died. Lamar's still a mess, right? Lamar Odom.
Yeah, he's
Kanye is a shell of him.
Let me hear you that one.
Kanye's a disaster.
You think?
I mean, man, oh man. Who else? Remember that other basketball player? One of them was dating.
Yeah, they've.
Well, the original one, the track guy, your guy you used to watch growing up.
Talking about Bruce Jenner?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
He was married to
Bruce Jenner
the mom, right?
Bruce Jenner had 2 kids with, two of the daughters.
With the mom, yeah.
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 Then
the daughters are pretty good looking too.
Yeah,
huh?
then he flipped over, and it's a different deal. No question about it. Hey, so anyway, Wood,
when's the next season of that show coming up, Joe?
I don't watch that show.
Sure you don't.
I don't watch that show, but look at the Super Bowl. They're going, there's the latest couple to be dating, and I guess they got him saying, I want you to meet my mom, Kim. Boy, that mom's, she's like, Lewis, I don't know. I know you made hundreds of millions of dollars. I don't know if you're ready for this act.
Well, one of them's with Devin Booker too, right? Isn't Devin Booker involved, or that ended? And the other one's dating an actor.
No. I think that was. Now I'm not Bad Bunny. She was with Bad Bunny, but before Bad Bunny, she was with Booker.
Yeah. Okay, so she's been switching back and forth.
I don't know if she's going back.
The other one's dating an actor. I know.
One's dating a guy in a rock and roll band that's a drummer, famous drummer. All right.
Oh, that's Travis Barker.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're still together?
Yeah.
Wow.
That might be the most stable part of that whole group.
Yeah, he's in Blink-182.
Yeah.
They just toured. They were really good, by the way. Went to their show.
All right, Woody.
Anything else weird?
No, I don't have anything else. No, I don't know. I don't know how that just popped up.
They've destroyed many people, though. There's no question.
Well, this is going to be a big test for Lewis Hamilton. If he's really putting his big boy pants on and ready to go and go like.
But he won like 7 years in a row in F1.
So you just figure he's so tough because of the pressure you're under to be such a
I don't know that
great
there's many
driver.
sports that are more mentally draining than that one.
And his friends are going, are you sure, bro? You can have any girl in the world you want, any model or anything you want. You're a good-looking dude. You make a lot of money. Are you sure you want to jump into this game? Because this is a different game. This has got a lot of different parts to it. Are you sure? Because so far, no man's got out alive. How are you going to handle it? I don't know. Maybe likes the challenge. Yeah. Sometimes you just got to kind of stay in your lane. That's a different lane.
Yeah.
You know, you have to be on our show, the reality show, and this one's going to be kind of be rough. Yeah. We're going to have your mother on it, and I'm going to say I don't like you. You know, it's just crazy, Woody. Crazy stuff, man. All right. Hey, I want to tell you about your South Florida Chevy dealers this morning. Hey, I hope you started the new year right by getting out to one of our 14 dealerships to see a brand new 2026 lineup the Chevrolet has right now of trucks, SUVs, even a nice EV for you. Chevy has a model built to handle all your needs from the busy work week and your weekend adventure. We got it all for you. We've been talking about this SUV thing from the Suburbans, right, all the way down to my Tahoe and the midsize. But I got to tell you, Chevy Blazer is a perfect mix of capability, comfort, and confidence. It really is. It's got everything you need. The 2026 Chevy Blazer makes every drive worth the trip. This midsize SUV is spacious enough to accommodate a big family, yet doesn't compromise any of the style. Yep, it's got the total package of everything you need. Hey, I want to let you know, man, stop by your South Florida Chevy dealers. It's a perfect time to hit the open road in a new Chevy. Visit your local South Florida Chevy dealers today. Take a test drive. Look around a little bit. Together, let's drive in the new year.
The daily topics of WQAM are
Eno, and Hotel.
You're listening to The Joe Rose Show. This hour is brought to you by Baptist Health.
And now, it's time for Hollywood's headlines. Without further ado, here's Hollywood.
All right, Woody. Hey, see who we got in the house here. Kim Bocamper's with us.
I do, Joe. Hang on.
Number 58 from San Jose State, out of Milpitas High School, Kim Bocamper.
What up, Bo?
You know,
It's not funny anymore, though. The mill penis thing's not funny.
I got to tell you this, though. I know Woody from coming in here. And he's a bit of a dick when you come in here.
He's a bit of a Richard. Sure. Yes, he's.
Oh, you can't say that.
Nope.
I can't.
No, you say Dick Harding.
And he's a little bit, goofy. I'm watching the Canes basketball game. My man's sitting there looking like a professional. All like,
you haven't seen that side.
I haven't never seen that side of my man.
Oh, yeah. He's a pro's pro, boy. He got some UM in him now.
I was expecting to have some popcorn shooting out his mouth or whatever.
Funny story behind that one. So we had like a 9:00 game a couple of years ago. The team wasn't playing very well. And I got on camera because I'm right behind the coach.
Right, yeah.
And I was yawning like, bad. And someone screenshotted it and they put it on Twitter. And so now I'm really locked in.
He's all dressed up. Steph, the specialist, is all dressed up.
I don't know about that.
You know, it was a little sellout, Bo. It was a sellout on national TV. You wanted to look good.
It was a good game. I tell you, what a good win.
What a great win.
Big win for us.
Great
That's
win.
First ranked team in how many years? How many years was it, Woody?
They didn't get one last year against a ranked team, did they?
Well, no, they didn't have many last year.
It's been a while, so against a ranked
Well,
team.
that's a good win. Beating North Carolina. Matter of fact,
team looked good, too.
Jay Lucas is going to join us at 8 o'clock.
Yeah,
good.
Looking
Really
forward
good,
to that.
yeah.
We got to get you guys out to a game here. Getting a lot of pressure to get you guys out there.
Well, have them play up at the.
You want them to play out? Yeah.
Have them play up. North
they play at Amaranth Bank.
Play at the north. North of the Dade Broward line.
Perfect. All right, guys. Couple headlines for you here. First things first, Joe. We were talking about injuries with the All-Star game, and it looks like Cooper Flagg now is going to be out. He will miss the things he was supposed to be a part of here in the All-Star
everything.
game. Yeah. So another injury here to add to the pile of crap for the NBA.
I don't have an answer, Woody. I don't have an answer on the on
you gonna watch
injury.
on Saturday night, Bo? They got 4 D-League guys doing the dunk contest.
No. You know what? I won't watch the NBA All-Star game, and I don't watch the Pro Bowl. Whatever the Pro Bowl has become,
flag football.
There's no reason to watch.
We got guys that used to block you that are now running routes out there in flags.
Right. Yeah, it's no. Yeah, I mean, you really should just do away with it because, I don't know. So you had Shedeur Sanders, like he was. What was he the sixth guy?
He was one of the guys because the other guys who were not going.
On the list, right?
Guys didn't even want to go throw flag football. They didn't even want to go throw.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to get the money for being a Pro Bowler, but I'm not going. Yes. Anyway.
All right. Let's keep it going here, guys. And this was pretty good here. Ernest Jones, the Seahawks linebacker. Sometimes they put these guys on the mic. You never know what you're going to get here. And he let it rip. Here you go.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm probably the last person they should have gave the mic to. But we finna turn up, man. First off, I want to say shout out to Jody Allen. Shout out to John Snyder for making this all possible, man. Shout out to Coach Mike McDonald for helping us get to this point. Man, but also shout out to these badass motherfuckers who play this game the right way. Hey. Not only do we have the best defense in the world, we got the best team in the world. And quite frankly, if you got anything to say about my quarterback, you got anything to say about my defense, you got anything to say about my O-line, and you got anything to say about the city of Seattle, I got 2 words for you. You.
There you go.
Oh my God. Done. That was, by the way, that had a little Sam Bennett in it, man, from a couple years ago.
That reminds me. You remember Nate Webster?
Yeah.
The linebacker, UM line, really good linebacker.
Yeah, Northwestern High School. Nate the Great.
So they played the senior year, they played in a bowl. I think it was the bowl up in Orlando, whatever that bowl was at the time.
Yeah.
Whatever the sponsor. So and he was the MVP, the defensive MVP. I think it was Butch Davis, maybe the coach of that team. I forget who the coach was.
I'm not sure if it was Butch.
But so they give Nate Webster. No, they're talking to Nate Webster, and they want to talk to him, and you could see the coach kind of pushing him away, right? And so finally the guy gets the microphone, and Nate grabs it, and you could see the coach like trying to get, and he goes, "I want to thank my mama. I want to thank my daddy. I want to thank all my baby mamas out there." and you can see the coach grabs the mic, and they're tugging it.
He knew it was coming.
Got more coming on.
He knew it was coming. Oh, that's funny. Oh man.
All right, and our final one here today, guys. New York City is going to be opening a 37,000 square foot pickleball facility.
Wow.
Right in the middle of Times Square. So the next time you are in that tourist area there, you'll be able to play. It's called City Pickle.
Go watch a sporting event, go to a play, and go play pickleball.
They have half a dozen venues already throughout the city, but this will be in the Paramount building at 1501 Broadway, West 44th Street. So if you're in the area and you got the itch to play, they got a 37,000 square foot facility that is coming.
Wow.
Not.
You're done with pickleball, aren't you? After you just about ended your Achilles.
15 minutes. 15 minutes. I blew my Achilles out.
Yeah.
But look.
Did you really?
I did. Pickleball. Wow. You know what? Pickleball is for people that aren't athletic enough to play tennis, right, Joe?
That's a great call. Right? That's a very accurate call.
But it's sweeping the nation because everybody can play. It's so easy. Everyone can play, and everyone thinks they're really good pickleball players. So let me ask you this: when does Wimbledon you start putting pickleball becoming part of the? Much like I'm talking to Woody about, you see flag football coming to the NFL. It's on the way, my man.
No, it's not.
I'm gonna tell you, 20 years, it's gonna be here.
The problem is tennis is on the decline. Like
flag football is hard to watch.
No, tennis not on the decline.
Would you also admit though, Bo, that the the average tennis athlete is very stuffy, whereas pickleball is more loose?
You know what I would? You know who I would relate them to with? We got the Winter Olympics going on.
Skiers and snowboarders.
No.
Don't let him bait
you. It's skiers and snowboarders.
I'm talking about tennis players. They're like the figure skaters.
Oh, okay.
They're singular there, and everyone pampers to them.
What?
They get all the best stuff. Don't tell me when those guys walk into that locker room, the tennis players, they're not pampered in those things.
Oh, they're really pampered,
right.
But you want to get the top guys here.
Well, I get that, but it's the same with the figure skaters. Those people are like, those guys and girls. And
how the hell did you get figure skaters with tennis players?
Yeah, I thought you were going to go skiers.
Where the hell did that come from?
Because skiers are very uptight and snowboarders are usually pretty loose.
First of all,
no, skiers
I don't want to hear from you.
Snowboards
when did you come up with tennis is on the decline? Where'd that come from, Jerky?
I just guessed. But
no, I think
the Australian Open didn't seem to have much buzz.
I think tennis is at the
Why,
level.
'cause you don't watch it?
I think tennis is at the level that it's always been, Joe. Right? Tennis is, I think tennis is the level. You watch. You can't go to every major is sold out.
Yes,
and a lot of but it's kind of a. It's not football. It's not baseball. It's not basketball.
I will say one thing,
but I don't think it's on the downward slide.
No. So I'm not. Tennis doesn't need defending. Chris, by the way, Chris Clemens is listening right now.
Mm-hmm.
Don't call for tickets, Shirky. I'm just telling Bo's in.
They're gonna have pickleball out there.
Yeah, they have a little pickleball,
and that's where I'll be while you're on the side courts. Watching tennis. I'll be at the
You'll
pickleball
be out there playing
courts.
with those 75-year-old guys out there that got braces on their knees and
I will
elbows and everything.
There's a lot of people playing pickleball.
There is, man.
I got to tell you, and we went over there. I walked over there with my wife. We were at the Central Park the other day, and they were looking like, you're not kicking us off the court, are you, or something? I go, no, we just came to watch. We just wanted to see what this game's all about, and I said, not much.
Have you seen that pickleball facility that they made on the park, Snyder Park?
How nice is that?
I mean, I didn't know where it was because I drive that way when we go to fly out, and all of a sudden I look over and I go, man, it's
that thing is for
huge.
Big events.
It's got a big They got a nice restaurant in there.
That's going to be a big event place.
Yeah.
I can't stop it from growing, Bo. It's growing, man.
It is,
but it's hard to watch on TV. Very hard to watch.
No,
I mean. It's like flag football. It's like tackle football versus flag.
I am with you on tough to watch on TV. I'd rather sit down and watch a 7-hour tennis match.
By the way, that was hard. He's right.
He's another shot.
That was a
Another
shot
shot.
because those guys played. One match was 5, the other was 4
camouflage those
hours.
shots in there.
First
He's
of
not
all,
very good
you've
at
never been in good enough shape to do something 40 minutes, let alone 4
Right, yeah.
hours, you big jerk.
Throw
What
it
else
back
you
on
have
me.
today?
That's it.
Are you done?
How much food did you eat off the Hurricanes during that game?
Oh, that free food out
free
there?
Food out there?
Yeah. He goes back there
Oh,
twice.
you give me a hard time for eating media food now? Like you don't?
I don't eat media food.
Did you get ice cream out there?
Oh, no,
No, they don't have. Now that the teams are serving ice cream because of what Joe did. They've stopped.
Why?
The teams all the teams are
Go
done
ahead.
serving dessert.
Go ahead,
because you made that one guy feel real bad.
I asked
who, Frito?
It was free. Were you there too? You weren't there?
No,
Everybody was there. Everyone saw it.
I was there.
horrible.
I just wasn't at your table. That's it.
You know, we run commercials overnight on the station, but for the Obesity Coalition because of him.
Who said that?
That's why we run them. It's because of you.
I did something to Josh Freeman, and I wasn't proud of that moment.
Have you apologized yet?
By the time I got there in the playoff game, he was up there in the
You're not
soft
gonna
Two stable burstings ago, you probably
soft,
apologized.
soft ice cream. And it was about
All right, get to
18
Coach
inches
Lucas.
over the top of the cup. And I said, do you really need that? That's all I said. Hey, all right, we got more stuff to get to here this morning as Kim Bokamper's in the house with us. And by the way, when we come back, we're going to have Jay Lucas, Miami Hurricanes. He's, by the way, in great shape. Their head basketball coach. We'll talk to him. Right now, though, I want to talk about Michael Kotze at Choice Mortgage. Hey, credit card debt consolidation. Are you going through that? Could you use some help with that? You got yourself in a bad situation. Behind in property taxes, HOA dues, assessments, judgments, liens. I can go on and on. Reverse mortgages. I tell you what, more popular than ever. If you're 62 or older, you and your spouse, you're going to qualify. If you got all that equity in your home and you could really use that money, get some things paid off, maybe go on a nice vacation, hey, might be perfect for you. Michael Kotze at Choice Mortgage does them. First-time homebuyer programs with little money down. Michael Kotze put together a great program for first-time homebuyers out there. I can go on and on with the programs that Michael Kotze at Choice Mortgage and his 30 years of experience have for you right now. Debt consolidation, huh? Need cash? Let's go. Michael Kotze at Choice Mortgage can get it done about half the time of the big banks. Always going to get you the lowest rate. He's always working 7 days a week. Call or text him, 561-441-2730. It's 561-441-2730. MLS 166254. Rates and terms are subject to change daily without notice. He's an equal housing lender.
Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This update is brought to you by Doral Kia. You always pay less than the Pricito at Doral Kia. Visit us at Doral Kia or DoralKia.com. Starting with the Heat, who beat the Pelicans 123-111. Bam led the way with 27 points. Miami will hit the All-Star break with a 29-27 record. And in hockey, Team USA will play their opener today against Latvia. The puck drops at 3:10. The Joe Rose Show continues now.
For Uday. His eyes narrowed and focused on the rim, and his free throw is short and rebounded by Uday. He puts it up and in. He out-hustled Carolina. They got Claude Moore watching. He grabbed the rebound and put it in. Miami by 6, under 2 minutes to go. 66-60. Miami 75, Carolina 66. That should do it. 10 seconds to play. Trimble has it, gives it away to Young. Young for a long, deep three. Off the backboard and rim, no good. Donaldson has it for Miami. And the horn sounds. Miami goes wire to wire. And they beat Carolina. A signature win for Jay Lucas. And a night for Hurricane fans to be flush with Hurricanes pride. And here come the students. They're going to rush the floor on North Carolina. Miami 75, North Carolina 66. That's your final score. And there's jubilation in the Watsco Center. Miami has their big win of the season.
What a night it was at the Watsco Center. It's time to head out to the Toyota of Hollywood hotline. Shop over 2,000 Toyotas on sale at one location. Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood and Sheridan. ToyotaofHollywood.com, Joe.
All right, Woody. Always fun to talk to the coach, Jay Lucas, fresh off that win, national TV, sellout, and a lot of nice things. I just think it was great for business and, more importantly, great for your team. Coach, congratulations on that win and going to 19-5 on the season.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It was a good day.
Hey, so by the way, all the things you guys did, offensive rebounding was just phenomenal. Scoring inside, aggressive defense there late in the game when you guys were struggling to score a little bit, and they were really struggling. I just love the way your guys played together.
Yeah, they did. They really competed. I thought we showed great growth from where we started the season to where you want to be in February. So I'm just excited that we're trending in the right direction, and we can't let it just be lightning in the bottle. We got to keep our consistency there.
Hey, Coach, you know what I like, man? So many guys got to the basket, were driving to break down, whether it was zone or man, breaking to get to the basket and setting up Uday for those for all those slam dunks, those alley-oops were just, I mean, you can't get a higher percentage shot than that. And their big guy, who could be a first-round pick, just looked lost in the middle there. Just excellent execution.
Yeah, it was. And, you know, for us, the thing that's most exciting about the game, we didn't do anything special. It's not like we played out our minds or made a bunch of threes. We stayed true to who we were, and we did what we do. And that's the sign of a team that's making the right steps.
Hey, I always wonder, Coach, they're going, oh, Lord, Coach has got to keep us cool over there. Oh, he's doing the right thing. He's walking away right now. And I know you and I have talked about this before, and that's about getting respect that some other guys get that have been around longer in the ACC and been on national TV and been in the tournament and all that stuff. How hard is that when you see a call and you don't like it, and then maybe it happens again to walk away?
It's hard. You know, it's tough because you're just trying to battle and compete for your guys because you know they're out there playing hard. And when you see something that you don't think is right, you try to just let them know. But then also you don't want to go overboard because I don't want to cost us a tech or cost us 2 free throws. So I just try to walk away. Sometimes I think that's the best option.
So, Coach, I got to tell you, man, it was a great teaser for your team, though, before that game. True Washington's, everybody's talking about it, and all this stuff's popping up. True Washington's back. He's warming up. That's 12 points a game. Obviously, you can use him, his all-around game as far as that goes. Where does it stand right now with you and True? You expect him back, or how do you treat this going forward?
Yeah, you know, True has worked his way back. You know, he had some personal stuff that he was dealing with and some stuff, so we gave him some time. So he kind of got back around and kind of reintegrated into the team and everything on Monday. I didn't feel it was right for him or right for the guys to just throw him out there Tuesday against Carolina. after not practicing for a week and dealing with some stuff. So we'll kind of take it day by day and see where it goes. We're moving forward. But he is back on the team and back around.
Hey, Coach.
Well, he never was off the team. But,
yeah.
You know,
No, I understand. He was there the whole time, but guys go through stuff. How do guys let guys come back in? You got a tight group. I'll tell you, we had Ernest Uday on yesterday. That's an impressive dude. I was wondering if he may want a job doing this, because that guy, hey, Coach, if there's a guy, you're sick one day, let him get up and speak, because he says all the right things. That guy is unbelievable.
He is. You know, he does a really good job of just being everybody's person. And you can tell by his personality. He's that quiet leader on the team. I need him to be more vocal, but he comes with the same energy and effort every day, and it's contagious, and people love him.
Hey, so Coach, I heard a comment you made. I never thought of this, and I was trying to think of all the guys I've seen when they get drafted, when they're with their moms, and they do the background of, oh, yeah, the dad played in the NBA, and mom had played in the WNBA, and an All-American, and mothers of recruits. You always look to see if they played basketball. Usually if they played at a high level, their sons usually are really good players. It's amazing. And I started, you got me thinking. I was trying to go through it. All these guys, when they get drafted, they're standing next to their mom, and they go, yeah, mom was a great player at Connecticut. And, tell me about that.
It is. It is one of these things that I just kind of my recruiting, I guess we call it analytics. I've never had a bad player whose mom played high-level basketball. I mean, I can go through them all. Kid Jackson Hayes at Texas, Cooper Flagg, Con Knipple. I'm missing a few. I recruited a kid, Dylan Harper, who ended up being the second pick in the draft for the Spurs. And all their moms played high-level basketball. I got this thing, boys are closer with their moms 90% of the time. And if the mom played basketball, she's not going to be a punk. You know, the kid's not going to be soft or be a punk, and he's going to be competitive, and he's going to play the right way. And so it's kind of my thing that I've kind of hung on to.
Boy, I got to tell you, that was good. That was a good story. You're right, man. You're right with mom. Hey, you're right. Guys will literally stop in the middle of the game if mom says something to find out what they're saying, because you know it's probably really good stuff, to your point. Yeah. Hey, so Jay, I got to ask you now, 7 left. And now the big thing is we got to execute and play at that level. I think the energy level is what you want. Like you said, you can't always control the way you shoot the ball, but you can play like that. And it just looked like that's the way you want your team to play, especially inside.
Yeah, it is. It is. And, for us, sometimes, and I've said this the whole year, to get over the hump, you have to go through these experiences, and they have to be authentic. And so now knowing you can win a big game, because we've been in other ranked games but haven't finished it. So now that we've finished one, hopefully it just gives them even more confidence and belief that we can do it at a high level, as long as we take care of the details. And a big part of it, to be honest with you, while we run, is we didn't turn the ball over. If you get 8 turnovers, we'll be able to be in every game.
Yeah. Thought it was interesting. Into the game, full court press. They're behind by 2 or 3 possessions, and they were getting after it pretty good. Is that something you just continue to work on, spreading guys out, get to the ball, pass, make sure, you get the ball in the right hand of the guy that shoots free throws the best? Is that something that you constantly work on?
It is, and that's why we kind of put Malik up there. He's our best free throw shooter, and he's a big target to get the ball to. But I think at the end of the game, we just start walking around. And that's where you can't get complacent. Just because you have a lead late doesn't mean this game's over, and doesn't mean the team is going to lay down. It's North Carolina, one of the most winningest programs in the history of basketball. They're not just going to lay down and say, okay, the game's over. So we have to continue to compete and execute at a high level, and I thought we did a bad job of that against the zone.
Well, I got to tell you, man, it was a lot of fun to watch from start to the finish, the way your guys played, especially in the last couple of minutes of that game. It's interesting, the recruiting stuff, and you get guys, and looks like a lot of guys are really good team players. They want to win in the big picture. They want to be part of it. But there's a lot of guys, and you come across them that, hey, man, I'll play for you, but I'm a scorer, and I need the ball. And my goal, Coach. I don't want to be playing for you too long. I want to get to the next level. How do you handle that and to find out if it might be the right guy or it's too much and the ball's going to stick to him and he's just too selfish and not going to play the way you want to play?
Well, you just got to try to vet it as much as possible. I think it starts in the recruiting process of you have to give as much clarity of what this role exactly looks like and what you tell them. So if it does go south and it doesn't go right, you're able to tell them, well, this is what I told you. This is what I said it's going to look like. What's the issue now? What's the problem? We should all be on the same page with everything that was discussed. You know, my job is to not trick them. My job is to tell them the truth, hold them to a standard, and then just continue keeping them accountable the whole time they're here.
Yeah, great stuff, and I totally agree. So I got to ask you, this is a pet peeve for everybody. You haven't said much about it. This NBA and the G League, and then the G League doesn't go real well, and I go back and I want to play college basketball. I know the Bama kid just got, I think they finally ruled he can't play, but you can't go to the G League and then things aren't going well. Now you want to get some of that college money and go back, right? Are you with me on that, or how do you feel?
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. You know, it's there's no guidance. You know what I mean? So I understand what people are what they're doing. Do I necessarily agree with it? No. But do I understand, well, these are the rules and this is what they're giving us, the guidelines. And every coach is thinking, and I'm sure, you know, the times have changed with college basketball. Our jobs now are even more to win, you know, with the NIL money and everything that's given to us. You know, everybody's just trying to find a way to survive and win. And if it's not against the rules, people are saying, well, what's the issue? But it still comes back to what you believe the integrity of the game is, you know what I mean? And the integrity of college athletics, which is kind of still up in the air. So once we can kind of clean that up and figure out what's going on, then we can all move forward. But it's something that, you know, if it stays this way for a while and you eventually have multiple guys coming back to college who have done this, if you aren't doing it, you're kind of behind. So you got to just kind of pick and choose and see where it's kind of headed.
Yeah, so the way I'm looking at this, I don't know what the G League's paying, but it can't be paying what they're paying top college players right now.
No, it's not.
That's why everybody's going, you know what? Yeah, forget the G League. It might as well be the F League because I ain't going anymore. I'm going right back and be on TV and play some college basketball. College basketball's on every night of the week, 4 or 5 games any given night. You think that has a lot to do with the money part too? Guys are going, what am I doing? Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think that it has to do with 90% of it. Because, you know, once you've spent 3 years in college or whatever, 4 years in college, and you leave, it's hard to come back. It's easy to come back from a basketball standpoint because you don't have the structure. You don't have people who care for you and love for you as much. But you're coming back because you have the opportunity to make more money, to be honest. So that is a big part of it.
So after a win like that, I'll leave you on this one. After that, everybody in the country got a chance to see, maybe for the first time, University of Miami basketball against a really good team in North Carolina, fresh off that win against Duke. How good is that for business of guys you've been calling? Do you get right back on the phone? Do they text you? Do you text them to say, hey, this is what we got rolling? Is that part of the job after a game?
Yeah, it is. It's part of the job after every game. You know, I think this game, because it was our first time on ESPN, like the main channel, I do feel like it was a lot of people's first time getting to see us and watch us. And so just seeing how competitive we are, how hard the guys play, our brand of basketball, the building was phenomenal. The students were great. It was electric in there the whole night. And so I think it was the perfect storm for a display of what Miami basketball is going to be going forward.
All right, NC State on the road for Valentine's Day. 7 ACC games left, Coach. Get it, keep it rolling there, man. Great talking to you. Really appreciate you always coming on, Coach. Thank you.
Thanks for having me. We still got to get you to the game here.
I know that. We're going to do that. Hey, by the way, help me out. All right, now, you're married, Coach. What do you do for Valentine's Day? You're making some good money now. Did you have to pick it up in that gift, or how you doing on Valentine's Day? What do you do? Don't tell me you're going without. Don't tell me she gets to go on the trip and that's going to be part of her gift. What are you doing?
No, she doesn't get to go on the trip. But the benefit of now being in what I call a real city, because I'm always a last minute shopper, is that I actually have some places I can go and last minute shop. So that'll be part of what I do today after practice is try to go get a gift, and then we'll probably do dinner or something on Sunday when we get back.
Coach, that's brilliant, by the way. Great thinking there. It's actually a little early. It's only Wednesday.
Yeah.
I mean, you actually have another day or two. That's early. That's what we call early shopping, what you're doing tonight. Thank you, Coach.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
All right,
Thank you.
appreciate you.
All right. Jay Lucas, head coach for the Miami Hurricane, joining us this morning. We got Bo. We got to get down there, get to a game here. Hey, got to go to break here. Got Kim Bokamp. We got a lot to talk about, man. We got a new coach. We got maybe the quarterback we think it might be. We're going to talk about all that stuff straight ahead. Don't go away. Right now, though, it is Miami International Boat Show going on right now. And all you boat enthusiasts out there that just love boats, got one, looking to get one. It's going on right now. The Miami International Boat Show at the Miami Beach Convention Center, Collins Avenue, and other in-water locations, man. They got more than 1,000 boats on display from the top brands in the world. And by the way, whether you're looking for electronics or gadgets or anything, any kind of boating gear, they have it all out there, the latest in technology and style for you to get exactly what you need. It's a home run, man. It's a great show. You can't beat it. The Miami International Boat Show, it's going on right now through the end of the weekend for you to get out there and really enjoy yourself. Hey, discounts and deals can save you big money on boats and accessories. One ticket gets you into all 5 show locations. So again, make sure you get around and enjoy it. Make a day of it. A lot of great things going on. Get tickets, parking, transportation, and other information by going to MiamiBoatShow.com. That's MiamiBoatShow.com. Hope to see you out there.
Text WQAM on the Kendall Toyota text line at 30556.
Pike and northbound. Your
Storage, your superhero movers.
It's the Goodrich Speed.
All right, welcome back, and good morning to everybody. Woody, we got the big guy, Kim Camper, with us this morning. Bo, first of all, Valentine's Day, first thing I hit you with down at the door, I said, you're brilliant, bro. You are good.
Well, you know what?
I think you don't have a romantic bone in your body, and you come up with something creative right away.
There's a method to my madness, right? So here's what I do. I figure out how much money I want to spend, right? How much I'm willing to spend. And I just buy anything. I don't care what it is. I buy it and I give it to her because I know she's going to return it. And so for me, it's a gift card. It's a gift card, So hey, well, go ahead. Yeah, go. I know you don't like it. Go ahead and take it back. But you got a price on it. It's not. You kind of lock that number in and let her go get what she wants. Good. Right?
But you did make a good effort. I mean, it was a good effort.
I did. This one I did. Yeah, this year I did.
You don't want to ruin it over the air and tell us what it is?
No.
No, I'm not.
No, he's not going to do that. We're not.
You said you picked the number to spend. What'd you spend, just out of curiosity?
What?
I think everyone's wondering. What was your number?
He spends $100. We have a.
That's your limit, 100?
No, 80. I spent $82.50 is what I spent. I was going to keep it at 82, but it was 50 cents more. So I said, I'll spring for that.
Just get that go over a little bit. That was big of you. Hey, so Bo, we got all this stuff going on. Bobby Slowick, the offensive coordinator, going to be working with Kevin Patullo, who was the new pass game. It was offense coordinator last year for the Eagles. Going to be the new pass game coordinator for this Dolphins
and Bobby's
team.
Going to run the offense?
Yeah, Bobby's going to have final say. Yeah. As long as you're OC, I think you still got final say and going to call the plays on stuff. But you got a guy to help you with everything you're doing. Went to Western High School, and so they have him. And the other part of this is this quarterback thing is really unless it's just we can't afford him.
Yeah,
it looks like it's going to be Malik Willis. I keep Wilson.
Yeah.
Malik Willis. Doesn't it seem like that to you?
It seems that way, but it's still early. It's still early in the process. I'm not sure what the demand for Malik Willis is around the league, and that's all part of this game, this free agency game, right? Trying to figure out who's willing to pay and who's kind of saying just jacking the number up and not planning on picking the guy up and just to kind of get that game going. But look, I think the one thing that we know about Sullivan and Hafley, they both believe in let's get a quarterback every year. Let's get one till we get one. You know what I mean? And so I would say if they get Malik Willis, I still think that quarterback room is going to be pretty crowded when you open up training camp.
Yeah, there are going to be some young guys with it. I agree. I guess the only other part of this is there could be. I don't know what's going to happen with Geno Smith. A lot of people think Mendoza is going to be there, and they don't know if they're going to keep him. And they owe him some guaranteed money, too. But Kirk Cousins, Marcus Mariota.
Well, Kirk Cousins is a little interesting. I think Kirk Cousins is a little interesting.
Then do it for me.
Well, no, but look, they're all kind of in that, middle of the road. What's going to, what? But I think it seems to me that they would go if they were going to go for look at him. Let's go for the younger guy. Let's go the guy that's got a little more life in him, and maybe we can develop him into what we want him to be. And look, they know all about him.
They know him better than anybody.
They know him from top to bottom, Malik Willis.
2 years with him. By the way, the coach is sitting there. That's the scout team quarterback for 2 years. So you're right. He knows everything. I'm really curious. So now I hear people saying, well, probably going to have to pay him like a Justin Fields. And I'm like, boy, there's not a lot there, Bo. In the last 2 seasons, he's got 3 starts with Green Bay.
Yeah.
Completed 70 of 89 passes, 6 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. He has thrown for almost 1,000 yards. He's a great runner, by the way. We've run for 261 yards. There's not a lot there to be getting big numbers, and he's probably going to end up getting a pretty good amount of money.
But again, I go back to if anyone knows him and knows everything about him, it's our two guys, right? I mean, and so if they believe, look, it's not,
if they pay him,
it's not your and my jobs on the line.
No, it's theirs. I agree. I'm just trying to get inside this thing. It's so unique, and everybody's trying to compare what Malik Willis might get if two or three teams are interested in him. And I go, wow, I wonder if they would give him a 2-year, $40 million with $30 guaranteed. And by the way, you can say whatever you want. If he gets that kind of money, he's coming in here to start.
Well,
we talk about
no
open
doubt.
competition. He's going to start.
So you're gonna. So you don't want. That's a lot of money, but it's still not. It's
not franchise.
It's still not amount. It's still not the amount of money that you're paying. Number one, to not play on to
go away.
To go away.
Yeah.
Right?
Go away.
Just go away. Yeah. I think that they're trying to figure out some way where, hey, can you give us like $5 million and take him and put him in your
just
deal?
give us $5
just
and we'll pick up the other.
We'll pick up the
50.
rest of the change.
Are you as down on Tua as this guy is? Because he's been vicious.
Who?
With Tua?
Me? Go ahead, ask Bo. Ask him directly.
Yeah, I don't want to see him back.
I just asked him.
I don't want to see him back.
Okay.
I don't, for a lot of reasons, I don't want to see him back. I think I think he's lost his confidence. I think I've said that before, and he just, I don't know. I just, I don't see anything there.
Well, we were talking about this earlier. Do you believe the quarterback needs to be, has the characteristics of a quarterback, like have the personality of a quarterback? Like the last two guys that we've had are like, let's go home and do game night, and they don't want to do interviews. They don't want to be part of the community.
He's talking about Tannehill and Tua.
Yeah.
But look,
do you think you need more of a Marino type of personality?
Tua doesn't mind talking. He just shouldn't talk.
Well, in fairness, he came on with Joe once in about 6 years. So
yeah, but I'm talking.
You know what? That has nothing to do. Now, people think that's why I get down on it. It has nothing to do with it.
No, I know it has.
No, but you say that, but it sounds like that, like because he blows me off.
But that's bad though. Like he should be able to come on the local radio show with the guy who does the games.
He
doesn't
want to.
You would think.
He kind of likes to walk by you in the hotel and not.
How many times did the coach, the last coach, come on with you?
Two.
One on the first day he got here,
and one on the last day. On the way out, just to MF you.
I got two. I think I got two. I got what you got in 2 weeks of doing the coaching show.
You got more interviews with the two new guys we got right now.
Already,
right?
Yeah. No question.
I just think Tua's shot. I really do. I think it's in. And look, he's been a polarizing guy since the day he got drafted. Even before his last year at Alabama, and I think it's weighed on him, and I think it's been I think it's kind of broke him, and he just you saw this year. I mean, he had nothing to give.
Can't run.
Mishandles the ball a lot.
He does. You bring that up. He does. He takes the eye off. Does do that.
And even when he runs, there's he doesn't know where the first down marker is. He's got no awareness.
In 6 years, he never figured that out where to slide.
Right. Yeah.
And then the biggest problem is throwing.
Well, and the other thing is if that's just me and you talking, but you have your $250 million quarterback get pulled 2 games in the year and pulled twice, and then the last time you pull him, you go out, you can just sit on the sideline for the rest of the games. That doesn't tell you what where he's at. Nothing tells you, right?
For Mike, his biggest cheerleader.
That's right.
The biggest cheerleader in the history of his life.
The guy that created the offense specifically for your quarterback
said you can't run it.
Can't do it. Yeah. So
when he came out and said Ewers gives,
but he's all right other than that.
Yeah.
This Tua stuff's gotten very mean-spirited from you.
It's not mean-spirited.
It really is.
No, it's factual. You sit there, tell me, am I wrong?
I think you're right about a lot of it, yes.
What am I not right about?
No, you're right about all of it.
Okay.
What about press?
It's all bad.
What about his press conferences?
It's just not coming out of your mouth.
I've ripped the guy
because
plenty. I know his press conferences are outrageous. They've been kind of funny. Because I like your reaction because he says crazy stuff and you're like, I've never heard anything like this before.
Just now it's over. Did he get to you one day when you were a little fired up doing a press conference?
Well, that's the best part of the post game ones is
Get to me.
You're doing
firing off the
CBS and
questions.
you're throwing questions. You seem like you're pissed off at one point.
No, because he played like crapola. I mean,
there you go. That's what I'm talking about.
I mean, geez.
Were you there when he said
it's funny,
the fans at the home game were bothering him? Were you there for that one?
I was there for that. Yeah. Well, it's funny because what's funny is
that's
because
a new one too.
Because the only time I would be there for his press conference was when they lost. Because usually I go in and I do my little hit with the Cunha from back and forth.
So you just go in the dog pile?
No.
Jeez.
No, then I go out and they bring me players I interview, right? For CBS. But when they lose, the players come out really late.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to come out and talk anyway.
Right.
So they're in the locker room, in the showers and get a little extra shower time and stuff. And so now I've got time to Mike comes in. I usually would get, it would always be Jordan Brooks would come in.
Yeah. Stand up. Played well all year.
And he would always stand up or Chubb. And then it would be either Mike or Tua. And so sometimes I'd get both of them. I'd get all three of them. And then I'd leave, but I'd get those guys. And so, I just spoke off what I think about,
Would you admit you take the losses maybe a little too hard?
Well, I did in Chicago. I think Chicago was my worst. Maybe it was Chicago. Because I think my first thing I said was that may have been the worst game I've ever seen from a quarterback in the National Football League. And they had all the Chicago newspaper guys looking, and they're looking at me like, what's this guy doing?
Oh yeah, that one hit the papers. that hit everything. It was like the writers didn't want to say it. They go, Kim Bokamper said it's the worst he's ever seen somebody play.
Yeah, Barry's infamous for doing that.
Yeah.
Right?
Barry will pick it up. If Barry's out to bury somebody and he can use some of your stuff to bury the guy.
I'm driving home after one home game, and I get a call from the PR director, right? First time ever. And she's
head of communications.
And she's talking to me about Barry had this quote and put it on Twitter or whatever. And I'm having to defend myself on that one. So, but that's all right. That's all right.
Would you say you were taken out of context?
No. Look, I said what I said. I said, well, tell me I'm wrong.
So let me ask you.
I always kind of that's me. I believe what I say on those shows is what I feel, and if you want to question me, tell me what's wrong with it, and I will sit down and I'll tell you why I'm right and you're wrong. I don't have a problem with that.
You got to have a little patience this year, though, right?
This year, yeah.
This is no longer. We don't have anybody running to the owner going, I think this team's got a chance. We're not.
No, I don't think that. I don't think we're going into. I don't think we're going to have anybody show them the money this year and during training camp.
No,
right?
We could do a classic.
Well, that still bothers him.
That's
crazy.
It does.
That was a word.
That
By the way, was a bad look.
It was horrible.
But you know what though? If he was likable, it would have been funny.
Yeah, but he's not.
Yeah, it would have been. Show me the money from Jerry Maguire.
Wait a minute. You have all those guys up in the stands. They're taking off of work.
Right.
Those guys are the real. Those are guys are the people that are scraping to get.
Show me the money.
Yeah, they're just.
What don't you get about that, Woody? It's a bad.
I understand.
They're the most loyal fans.
What do you think? They're all making $200 million to go out and sweat
That's
for
the
practice?
kind of thing where if the guy's just generally not likable, it's easy to dogpile on him.
I just think that's bad timing.
I mean,
bad look.
Yeah,
if you like
that's what you came up with.
If you like
when they go, hey, Tua's going to go out and talk to the.
Look, if he was balling out and you liked the guy, I'm guessing you wouldn't have been so riled up by that.
Well, you know what? If he showed us the money with his arm, then you wouldn't. But he didn't show us the money.
So it's a little more than
he put the money in the bank and went into neutral.
Dan Marino's the highest paid guy in football at one point in his career. You had never known it.
No,
never threw the money.
So
in
that's
face.
that's what I've told people.
Jerk.
So there are guys, Dan Marino, Jim Kelly, Elway, Peyton, all these guys that if you were paying them, $1 billion, they would still play as hard as they could, as if you were paying them, $100,000 a year.
They still want to beat
the money
your brains.
means nothing.
Yeah.
The money, they put that out of their head. It's not about, it's about,
I think
it's about
Tulip
winning.
still played hard, though. He just stinks.
No,
It's not his
no,
fault.
It's
also not his fault they gave him the money.
No, it's not.
That's their fault.
No, it's not. No,
It's not his fault. You're
No.
right. He got the money. You're right.
His agent should have been an MVP. That's what it should have been, right?
I don't know, though. There was a time around here you pouted. You got a new contract. You just had to pout.
Yeah,
All you do is sit out a little
right.
bit and pout and
Yeah.
give the media a little bit like you're salty, and you were getting something new before that year.
Yeah.
All right, we got to
He
go.
also had the market is the market thing. Remember that one? Someone
God.
brought that up.
Why do you keep?
Market is the market.
There you go.
Yeah.
He was right.
Well, he got the market.
He did. He got market value.
He got the market.
Yeah.
He's now set no matter what. You think he gets another starting job? There's a shortage.
There's a chance.
quarterbacks,
There's
yeah.
a chance he does. But he's
Stay out of the cold weather.
But you're gonna have to find an offense that well, like I said, Mike kind of created an offense for him.
He
Right?
did.
And so I think anywhere he goes is going to have to. Do you see him being a typical?
Bo, I got to tell you, man, something had to be wrong with his arm. His arm got real bad towards the end, and he never warmed up. He never saw him before the games, like zipping it like the other guys. And I was like, something's not right.
Yeah.
You're just going to let it rip when the game starts. And
Yeah.
anyway, hey, enough of the Tua stuff. Well, you made your point, Bo. Boy, you
No, you guys brought it up. I just see.
This dogpiling stuff is just wrong.
Hey,
okay.
Hey, Bo, I'm bad too. It's not just you. I'm not a big fan of the guy at all. It's time to go. Baptist Health South Florida, man. Stay as long as you want. Just keep that sports medicine program going. Big Bo and I love you guys, man. One of the top sports medicine programs in the country. People ask, well, where do the pros go before, I make a decision? Well, enter Miami, the Heat, the Panthers, the Miami Dolphins, FIU, FAU, Miami Open. You can go on all the sporting events and all these great doctors they put together, some of the top specialists. You can't be a top sports medicine program unless you have a bunch of really good specialists for every part of the body. They have seen every kind of sports injury possible, done some great work across the board. A lot of stories we can't even tell you about. But, man, I'll tell you, whether it's the knee, shoulder, foot and ankle, hand, back, hip and knee replacement doctors, Achilles, we got doctors for every part of the body. They've seen it. They know how to fix it. And with 3 great facilities that I talk about all the time, Doctors Hospital in Coral Gables, Hard Rock Stadium next to the training facility, 595 in Pine Island in Plantation. Just visit baptisthealth.net/ortho. One goal every day. One goal. It's about getting all of us back out playing the sports we love the most.
WQAM broadcasting live from the Ed Moore Sawgrass Auto
67.33. Market is trending upward here this morning. Dow up 164 points of the futures, and the NASDAQ futures up about 100 points. So hopefully we'll all make some money today, Joe.
Well, we like that, Woody. We like that market.
Bo's got to pay for that,
especially
Valentine's
as Bo and
Day
I
gift.
get older, we really like that market up here. Like to go out in style. So, hey, Bo, I did want to ask you, tell me if you agree with this. So, quarterback class got 15 invited to the combine for this combine coming up, and then they have their pro days and stuff. I think pro day for the quarterbacks is a complete waste. They throw against the air, throw with their own receivers. Outside of interviewing them, you've seen them throw.
Yeah.
Like all these guys, a lot of these guys played these playoff games. You can look at all their, when they're playing, how they handle pressure in their face.
Yeah.
You don't get any of that stuff. So, and by the way, Zach Wilson went down as one of the great pro days of all time at BYU. That thing he put together. We were talking to one of the coaches, and he was there with his former team and said, a lot of people walked out there and said it's the greatest pro day a quarterback's ever had was Zach Wilson's at BYU.
I
don't know how much you read into it.
I love to watch the combine, and I still think the combine is really not a true. I think these coaches go because it's an obligation, and I think a lot less coaches are going now. Some of the position guys don't go, but they get people, and it's more of the interviews and stuff because. And to me, I'm not I love watching the combine because I like to see it, and I know these kids are working hard at it. But it's they're training now to run the 3-cone drill. They're training now to do all those little those.
They want to test well and all those
they want
things.
to test
Bench press the whole
so
deal.
So to me, if you want to get a real view on these guys coming in, don't tell them what drills you're going to run. You just have come in and say, okay, this is the drill we're going to run. We're going to have you do this, this, and this. And then I think you get a truer measure. But these guys know they've got from all the tape they've got, from all the if the chances of moving your stock up. So you're going to go the Mike Mamulas of the world. Remember Mike Mamula,
tested
Boston
great.
College guy, tested great,
One of the greatest, great days,
and one of the great busts of all time. And so I think so I think that's one thing with the combine, and I agree with you. Throwing against guys that you throw against, you're all year.
Nobody's covering them.
Nobody's covering them, and so I don't.
So my take on the combine is the combine. A lot of it is to talk to agents.
Yes.
To find out who you can get.
Yes.
They're all cheating,
and maybe
they're all getting an early jump on it,
and a little medical, right?
And medical's big. No, the doctors, all the top doctors, all go from every team to make sure guys check out, like you said. And the interview stuff, right? You can ask them questions, and I don't know if you can learn anything from them.
But if you say, look, so you look at
they're coached up on that too.
Look at that interview from Keon Coleman. You saw that, right?
Yeah.
Then he's talking about golf and stuff, but they still draft him in the first round, right?
Yeah, high second round,
right? Or high second round, yeah. And I'll be honest with you, I was hoping the Dolphins would draft him. Because I see, like big 6'4".
Oh no,
he jumps, he catches,
he makes some plays now.
But he's a knucklehead. Because I remember after I did a TV show and we're talking about it, and I go, I like this guy Coleman. He goes, oh no, the guy's a knucklehead. And so he was a knucklehead during that interview. Didn't stop him from taking him high in the second round. Right?
No, because of the upside.
Because the upside, right?
We can get him to not be late like he was at Florida State all the time, and he started showing up late. He pouted a little bit, and.
You want to get the Devon Achans, that.
By the way, that's one of the great draft picks,
no doubt.
Tell you what, nobody getting on Chris Greer about that one.
No,
that was a home run.
But so it's just you never know. You really, I go way. We go back to Shula. I just remember one time we drafted an offensive guard in the third round from somewhere, and he cut him the first week. Coach Shula cut him the first week, and someone said, "Well, you." Goes, I already know he can't play on my team. Why should I waste my time with him?
Right.
Basically
got a signing bonus. He was gone.
Well, back then you weren't getting much of a sign.
No,
$500 maybe or whatever.
Third round pick. Wasn't much though. I know what you mean. Hey, so speaking of that, you got to get him taken care of. He's 24 years old. You with me, Achan?
Oh yeah. Look, I mean,
I don't want him.
He got to be number one on your list right now.
Yes.
You got to. He's your most valuable player on your team right now, right? I would say.
Yes, not even close.
So pay him like the most valuable player on your team. Make him happy. And the guy, you know what? The one thing about that guy, he's never hurt. And when he's hurt, he wants to get back. And when he's dinged, he wants to get back.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of guy you want to mold your football team after, your offense after. And you got a number of those guys on that off. You got a number of guys on those team this team that are really good from a standpoint of how they play, how they see the game, how they play the game, and how much they work to get better. Right?
Yes.
But he certainly is someone you need to covet him.
So the other one I wanted to talk to you about, because I was thinking about you on this one, is we drafted 3 defensive tackles last year, and everybody's telling us, Perk and these guys are saying we need to go out and get one of these dominant pass rushing defensive tackles inside. And I'm going, then you're telling me we don't have enough from last year.
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
I don't either.
I would say
I'm going to give these guys year 2.
If you want to talk about a defensive help, certainly everyone, it looks like the consensus every time I look at these early mock drafts is a cornerback. And certainly you need, that cornerback situation needs to be addressed, no doubt. And it needs to be it needs to be addressed high, first, second, third round. But if I was going to look at as the new regime is said, you build your team from the line of scrimmage out. So if you're building it from a defensive side, I would look for a pass rusher, an outside, another pass rusher, because look, you had Chop had a good second half last year, not a very good year this year. And is he going to get better next year, or is he going to be stagnant? I have more hope that those 3 guys that they drafted, Grant, Biggins, and Biggers and Phillips, I think 1 or 2 of those guys are going to be pretty good. It's a different position in there. I remember I always go back to who was the small guy we had
in the middle, got off to a slow start and picked it up.
And so his first 2 years he's getting pushed, and then all of a sudden he becomes a Pro Bowler. It takes a while for them to see the different blocking schemes that they're more sophisticated blocking schemes than they saw in college, where you got just guys firing straight or trying to get to your inside or outside shoulder. A lot different there.
You got a problem if we take a guard or a tackle?
No problem whatsoever.
I think that's a need.
No problem whatsoever. I my first priority would be guard, hoping that Austin Jackson would be healthy and come back.
Yeah. That's gonna be an interesting one.
That can go either way. But certainly
pretty good when he plays.
Certainly you need a guard at that right. And Savaianaya, again, he's another one you're hoping with all the plays, all this, everything that he's seen, that he makes some. But look, I say improvement. He's got to make some pretty big improvement.
Yeah, no, he got to get a lot better.
A lot better.
Yeah. Hey, we got to go to break here. We got 9 o'clock hour coming up here. Goldie's going to join us. Steve Goldstein, who's got a couple weeks off here, both with the Winter Olympics and hockey over there. The best players in the NHL all playing. Right now, I want to talk about another kind of chill. I want to talk about Chill Zone Air Conditioning Company. Boy, I want to talk to everybody out there. It's a little down on the air conditioning experience they've had recently. Had to call, need a new air conditioning unit, or just the service you get. And was it late, or they didn't do the job they were supposed to, and they told you they could fix it, and they came back. It can get a little ugly sometimes in air conditioning business, but I got to tell you, Chill Zone Air Conditioning, I want to tell you a little something about them. The president, she's special. Melissa Dave Arona is the president. She handles all your calls, make sure everybody does what they're supposed to. You're dealing directly with the president. Installations, repairs, new, old, air conditioning, duct cleaning, doesn't matter. She covers it all for you with great people covering all of South Florida from Key Largo to Tampa. You're going to get great service. I call it great family service. Yeah. When I tell you can get ahead, you can call the head person, the big dog, and you can. Melissa's going to take it and handle all the stuff for you. And by the way, if you're not happy where you are right now and you're ready to try something new, boy, I highly recommend Chill Zone Air Conditioning. Tell them you heard it right here on 104.3 WQAM. That's chillzoneac.com. Stay chill with Chill Zone Air Conditioning.
All-star coverage across.
Hollywood, Tobin and Leroy, and Hot Crowder and Solana. South Florida sports lives here.
Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys.
Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This update is brought to you by Doral Kia. You always pay less than the pricito at Doral Kia. Visit us at Doral Kia, DoralKia.com. Starting with the Heat, who beat the Pelicans 123-111. Bam led the way with 27 points. Miami will hit the All-Star break with a 29-27 record. And in hockey, Team USA will play their opener today against Latvia. The puck drops at 3:10. Team USA minus 3,000 to get the win here today, Joe. If you're going to place the bet, so pretty big favorites here, the USA today.
Yeah, I'm going to stay away from.
Nobody can seem to find on a map.
I'm going to stay away from the gambling part of.
Well, it's
the
a
Hard Rock
tough
app.
bet today. You'd have to do a prop. You probably
I go
have to
by
take,
though.
Kachuk
I like
score
to walk by the Hard Rock app over there,
Mm-hmm.
see what everything's cooking on the outside. They got the spreads, but
Yeah.
I'm usually on my way to either eat at one of the restaurants or my wife's on her way to play those dollar slot machines.
So
she friggin' loves them.
Let me ask this, Woody. You like to drop a little cash every now and then.
Everything in his life's around a bet.
A bet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you like for the
Oh,
Olympics? Can you bet on like the bobsled or the individual events?
You can bet on preseason sports. You can bet on. Yes. To
So
answer
you
your
can.
question.
So like all these Olympic events. Figure skating.
I don't know. I mean, I assume you could.
You don't go that far then.
I don't watch it. I only bet on stuff I watch.
Yeah. So what do you watch? You watch curling?
I haven't watched any of the Olympics yet, if we're being honest
look
here.
at you. Okay.
I have kind of a bonding thing with my wife, but I'm not a big Winter Olympic. You're a much bigger Summer Olympic than Winter Olympic guy.
Well, look, my favorite thing's track and field of all the Olympic sports. But I like the Winter Olympics. I like the I like the ski jumping. I like the skiing events. I got you get caught into these. I was sitting at home the other day, just kind of in it was cross country skiing, and it was like a 1 mile thing, so it was like a 3-minute race.
Yeah,
and so they had this guy that was like the number one guy from Finland or whatever, and one of the USA guys was close to challenging him. Their bibs were 1 and 2. I guess the numbers on their bibs. So it was the number 1 guy and the number 2 guy and the number 3 guy. And so that was pretty compelling watching that.
You know what I love? You and I were talking. I love the fact that they worked their ass off.
Oh yeah,
for 4 years to get ready for this, and you hope you do well that day. And if not,
well, you see those times that guys have worked and they only get one shot, and they make that one little mistake that bumps them out of it. I remember watching. I was watching the guys with the snowboarders that are jumping off the big jump, the big air jump they call it or something.
Yeah,
man, these guys are freaking flying. I mean, and they're spin. So that you used to do like go. There's a Johnny Weir. Who's a
yeah.
And he's did a 180. Now they're going. This guy did a 1700.
Oh no,
like
these guys
spinning around. Oh my god,
they're doing crazy things right now.
They keep getting bigger and bigger. Like
Yeah, right.
pipes and stuff.
Big
You want
air.
to hear some of the events you can
Yeah.
bet on the Hard Rock app right now?
Yeah.
So we got alpine skiing. You can do the slalom, right? Is that how they say it?
Yeah,
Slalom.
yeah. That's where they go through the gates, right?
You can do the biathlon.
Oh, they got to shoot and stuff with that one. They gotta
There's
carry
all
guns.
different biathlons,
Yeah.
men's, women's, different distances. It
Pairs.
looks like you could bet on cross country.
Yeah, if you got,
You can bet on curling.
You that cross country is a little hard to watch if it's more than like 3 minutes.
Yeah,
And you can bet on ski jumping, large hill, individual men's.
I got to tell you,
and
this
women's.
year I'm set up for hockey. I'm set
Yeah.
up when let me
Women
know
are
when
dominating.
Canada
Women-
and
the
United
women, yeah.
States
Yeah.
when they play each other.
Yeah.
Let me know.
You know what's funny? I was watching I saw some of the women's hockey, and the first thing I did was after I turned on, I watched Miracle.
You did? Jeez.
I couldn't help it.
You just had to see the whole thing through.
I had to get a taste,
even though
yeah.
now everybody's professional. I got you. I got you.
That was great though. That story's that story's gonna live forever.
Hey, Bo, I got to tell you a funny story here before we get Chef Andre here in just a second. So Woody and I were talking, and Woody been a little down the last couple of days. I said, "What's wrong?" He called me at home. I go, "Dude, you okay?" He goes, something's good. I thought at first that, sometimes I have a little problem with the wife or something. I don't want to get into.
You got a little
stuff.
ED problem? Is that what the problem is?
No, he got a little. He may have that problem too, but he would never tell me about that. Anyway, he's coaching his kids' basketball team.
Yeah.
One of the mothers said, you should be fired.
Why? Because you're not playing his kid. You're not playing his kid.
That's a great reason why. And then he's got a psycho dad over on the sideline, also
horrible,
doing his own thing. Same family.
Yeah.
And so he's got this stuff going on. And so Woody's wife's sitting right by this woman, and she's talking about firing Woody, who, by the way, is not getting fired. He's not getting paid.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And by the way,
we got to give the T-shirt back that we gave you.
Big time husband. He wants to come right at the game, but he doesn't have time to come out and do all the coaching and stuff.
Right.
So Woody was really down about this, and of course, I think we've all had stories growing up. We've had, hey, listen, I love him to death, but I got more complaints on AJ Dewey when his kids were playing youth football. You remember this stuff? He used to come in, and he was mad one day at me. I go, bro, calm down.
Let me tell you a good story about AJ. So it was when the Panthers first came into, and who was the first coach? Doug McClain?
Yeah.
So Doug McClain was the coach. Good guy, right?
Great.
He's a great guy.
Doug's made for us.
And so at that point, AJ, coming from Reserve, Louisiana, his sons are playing hockey now. Now when the Panthers came in, all junior hockey, so they're playing.
Junior Panthers.
So they're playing. So they're playing, and so AJ's at a game, and I'm not sure if it was on his team or the other team. Doug McClain's son was playing, right? So AJ's sitting next to Doug McClain, right? And they're doing it. And so AJ's telling me, he says, yeah. So I said, they're not doing this. And so Doug McClain's, no, they're doing the right thing. They're doing it. And he goes, no, they're not. So he's arguing with Doug McClain,
who's been in a game his whole life,
about hockey, and saying, no, you're wrong. Yeah. I'm right. You're wrong.
AJ's been only in football his whole life. Exactly.
His whole life. And by the way, probably only been in hockey for about, 15 minutes or 15 days.
And he's already. Yeah. All right. Hey, you know what time it is? It's you ready for catch and cut?
Ready, yeah.
Chef
Always
Andre
ready for catch and cut.
Chef Andre does a great job over there. Superstar kind of stuff. Chef just wanted to check in on you, my man.
He's still in mourning from that.
That ass kicking. That was a bad one, Chef.
Football. Oh my gosh.
How you doing, Chef?
So let's talk about the bet.
Yeah.
Let's talk about what I
always goes back to what.
Yeah, don't worry, Joe. No, you just look. Now that the dust is settled and your team is really shown that they're not very good, we're ready to come in and put those jerseys on. Just let us know.
All right, we're gonna.
But don't bring those white jerseys because that stained that season.
I got you guys covered, but I'm gonna bet it all on curling. Just let you know.
There you go.
Oh, there you go. Oh my God, that's rough stuff.
Watch out for Slovakia. They're sneaking up.
Chef, let's get the juicy stuff. How we doing over there? What's going on?
Listen, we're having a great spring season. We got a lot going on. We got a brand new brunch upstairs on the balcony every Sunday. Really cool concept. Only one on Las Olas doing it. We got next Friday. We're launching a new lunch menu. Dinner menu will be launched around mid-March. So we got a lot going on. Listen, we're getting busier and busier. We're definitely becoming the local spot on Las Olas to come.
I snuck up there for brunch the other day.
You did. I knew you would.
I mean, it was. I mean, look, you're right. It's you get like it's a bunch of appetizers that keep coming, and then entrees, and man, it was. You
good. Went Super Bowl Sunday. You went for the brunch.
Yeah, but before early.
Okay. Yeah, good. And we got valet parking over there, which by the way,
parking, yeah.
I don't know how you guys did it, man, but that's a big help right there. Park right in front. Those guys are great, by the way. Those guys are fantastic that run that parking service over there.
Yeah, it helps a lot, but I tell you the response we've been getting from that from the food and everything, we're just again, like Andre says, it's a lot of locals, a lot of people in the neighborhood, and really supporting us very well. And we can't thank them a lot enough for it. But
that's great.
It's getting really good.
Chef, we just want to thank you, brother, and for coming on, and appreciate it. Have a great one.
Can you at least the next
game?
Can you at least pick up a couple first downs in the first half?
Oh, that's bad. It's not.
Just a couple. Your punter almost had to go get oxygen.
Hey, Bo, they beat us twice, and you're talking trash.
I know.
They beat us twice.
What else can I say? I'm trying to defend I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just.
I don't know. I'd like to win 17 and get my ass kicked in the Super Bowl. I don't know. Let's see what that's like.
Yeah.
Thanks, Chef. Take care, buddy.
I appreciate it. Have a
All
good
right.
weekend, guys.
All right. Hey, listen, we got Steve Goldstein going to join us just coming up here in a second. But first, I do want to tell you the Miami International Boat Show is here. That big, unbelievable show is fantastic. It's at the Miami Beach Convention Center going on right now, February 11th through the 15th. Convention Center, Collins Avenue, and other in-water locations. You'll see more than 1,000 boats on display from top brands in the world all over. Any kind of boat you're looking for every type of lifestyle, from power yachts to sail boats to fishing boats, cruisers, ski boats. Man, they got them all. Whatever you're looking for across the board, the latest in electronics and gadgets and any kind of boating gear. Want to see what's out there, what the new stuff is. They got it all at the boat show. It's going to be fantastic. Miami International Boat Show. One ticket gets you into all 5 show locations. Again, get tickets, parking, transportation, and other information you need. MiamiBoatShow.com. Just go to MiamiBoatShow.com. We'll see you out there at the Miami International Boat Show.
The Joe Rose Show is presented by Loctite Windows, Doors, and Roofing.
rock vibes of Yachtly Crew on February.
Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood and Sheridan, toyotaofhollywood.com.
Bo, I can't get enough of this guy, man. Worked with him all these years. You've worked with him for a long time. Steve Goldstein, the Panthers TV voice on Script Sports, joined us. Got a little bit of a vacation in here, although you know my man can't sit still.
Oh, no.
FIU games and TV at CBS. He can't help himself. Gold, good morning, brother. How you doing?
Well, I can't help myself, but first off, Bo, it's 75 and sunny. You got to find something better to do than sit next to that guy. And there's three guys on right now, and one of them's not getting paid. So I want to know what's going on with that. And it ain't either of you two.
That's a good point. That's a very good point. Only one guy is getting paid right now. Hey, so Gold, man, you've been through it all year. 3-year run has been unbelievable. We're sitting here in last place in the Atlantic with 61 points. They're only 8 points back of one of those spots, but they got so many guys banged up. Barkov, Kachuk, Bennett's been banged up. Marchand just coming back. Seth Jones been out. It's a lot of good guys who were such a big part of it a year ago.
There's no doubt it's been, this is why teams don't win every year. I actually, silly me, the story, like at the parade when I said, hey, everybody enjoy it. It's once in a lifetime in 2024. And then they won it again. So it was twice in a lifetime. I actually kind of expected this kind of season last year, where you win it and everybody's feeling good. And, no one's played more games over 3 years in the history of hockey than the Panthers have. So, you go into this season and, time just catches up to you. You lose Barkov literally 2 minutes into training camp. Obviously, he's the big guy. And every time a guy comes back, another guy leaves. You can get by 3, 4 injuries, even 5. They've had 7 or 8. About half the team is out. So, the way I look at it, Joe, they got to go about 18-7 when they get out of this. So they're probably going to know pretty quickly. Like if they jump, and the games are coming fast and furious. I mean, in 2 weeks, it's back-to-back games. It's like 4 games and 6 nights before the trade deadline. So they're going to know pretty quick. They come out of the gates, they get hot, they win 4 or 5 in a row. Suddenly 18-7 becomes like, 13-7, and you're like, okay, that's pretty doable, right? Yeah. So we'll see what happens, but it's going to be really interesting because they haven't had a first-round pick in 5 years. The pick they traded for Seth Jones is top 10 protected. So as you mentioned, the standings, if you're not going to make it, would you rather just finish in that 10 and finally get a first-round pick? And who the heck knows? Maybe you win the lottery or maybe you make a trade. So it's going to be real interesting to see what comes out of it. But, yeah, it's just been that kind of year. And I give them credit. They've survived. They've kept their heads above water. They're still alive. But it's just been tough, losing all these guys during games. The other night against Buffalo, I was, doing the game. There's not one center on the ice that played Game 6 against the Edmonton Oilers. Not one. I mean, that's just unbelievable.
And so, you would think, okay, you got the Olympic break, get some time to rest up, but all those guys are playing in the Olympics,
right?
I mean, it'd be great if they said, hey, look, we got to kind of let's stay back here and get ready, but they can't do it. These guys can't stop. They're not
their country.
They're going to play for that. But I mean, it's one of those things you're glad that they're playing there because they deserve it. But boy, you'd like to see them in here in the hot tub or getting treatment or getting ready for a stretch run.
Yeah, it's just what it is, especially in hockey when these guys put on that country jersey. I mean, it's so special to them. I was watching that game yesterday, Sweden. I'm like, hey guys, pull away a little bit so Gustav Forsling doesn't have to play 20 minutes. But they all had about a week off. These preliminary games, these don't count as much. So I don't think they're really overly physical. So there'll be a few guys that'll play, maybe 3 real competitive games once you get to the quarterfinal round robin. And obviously, there'll be 4 teams that move on. A few guys will come home. So I look at it as one of those things. It is what it is. Nobody has more players and personnel, by the way, between the GM and the coaching staff and support staff over there. And, they haven't played in the Olympics in 12 years. So for a lot of these guys, this is a one-shot deal. It's once in a lifetime. And I don't disagree. It'd be nice if everybody was rested and ready to go. But you know what? the other side of it is you get a kid like Vilmanis who's going over there for Latvia, and the confidence that guy's going to come back with, after playing in that tournament is going to be great. So I guess it could go both ways. I thought the same thing last year with the Four Nations, and we all know how that turned out.
Yeah, right. Hey, so I got to ask you this one. Can the United States beat Canada in this tournament? What's your thoughts on knowing the rosters as well as you do?
I'll tell you this. I really think our guy is the key. I think if Matthew Tkachuk plays the way he can and he has in the playoffs for the Panthers, scoring those big goals. Remember the Four Nations last year, he couldn't even play that last game. What, he played like 2 or 3 shifts, and then he was hurt for the game, and they were short a forward. Canada's loaded. Sam Reinhart's on the second line, Marchand's on the fourth line, and Sam Bennett's not even playing this morning. So that tells you just how many that tells you how many great players they have. I do think it'll probably come down to the goalies, though. Binnington for Canada has had a bad year in St. Louis, but the guy rises to the occasion in big spots. And Connor Hellebuck has been the opposite. He usually has the great regular seasons for Winnipeg and then falters in the playoffs. So as usual, come down to goaltending. I definitely think they can beat them. But Canada's loaded, man. Those forwards, they got 4 lines that could be like basically number 1 lines.
Jeez. Yeah. Hey, I got to ask you this too. You've been listening to all this Malik Willis talk.
Yeah.
You think he's zoned in? You listen to what everybody said about him. Hasn't done a lot. Hasn't played a lot, but the little he's played, he's been really good with Green Bay the last 2 years. You think he's their number 1 target?
It seems like he very well might be. I mean, the coach just had rave reviews about him, right, when he's running the scout team. And then he obviously came in for the Packers, and he was highly thought of, in college. I remember watching him a little bit in college. So, they don't have to – it's not like a Josh Rosen situation where they're giving up a high draft pick to get the guy. It's just money, and it's not our money. So, I'd be all for it if they bring a guy like that in, and you still have Quinn Ewers. And as the new GM said, they're going to draft 1 or 2 quarterbacks every year, and let's open the thing up and have a little competition. I think it'd be a good move if they can get him.
I think Goldie's already putting his charts together for the preseason.
Oh, they're done.
They're all got all those boxes filled.
He's all ready
Goldie?
for that preseason.
Hey, Bo, let me tell you, Malik Willis out of Liberty, he's got a lot of skill. Bo, break it down for us as far as him running the football. What does that do to a defense,
Oh, yeah. Well, we haven't had that in 6 years. A guy that can run. Don't be taking any backhanded shots at the other guy now.
That's a cheap shot, Joe, when the guy's on his way out. But I appreciate it, buddy.
That's a cheap shot. Show me the money. Just show me the money, man. Exactly. No question about it. Hey, Gold, I'll leave you with this one, too. This quarterback class. It looks like it has turned out to be not very good outside of Mendoza. And what do you do if you're the Dolphins and talking about wanting to get a guy and there's just not anything there? What do you do?
Yeah, I think that's why I think Willis is a bigger factor. I mean, you're right. There's huge question marks on all those other guys. So if you go get Willis and you have Ewers, who you picked last year and showed at least a little something, to think, okay, maybe this guy can compete. And then you just wait until the later rounds, like when the GM, Sullivan, when he said we're going to pick a quarterback or 2 every year, he didn't say where.
Yeah.
So, and as we know, I mean, all you got to do is, look at a guy like Sam Darnold, and over the years, these guys that get picked up and in the second and third stop, they're better than they were. I really don't think you need, a top 3, a top 5 pick to pick a quarterback and have the guy be effective. So I think that if they don't like anybody, then you're going in that 5th, 6th round area and picking at least one guy and see what happens.
I agree.
I mean, look, with the cap situation they got and with the new regime coming in and there's still players left over, I think they'll be competitive this year because they've been competitive over the last few years. But to expect the whole thing to be firing on all cylinders in 2026, that's asking a lot.
Well, if you pick up Malik Willis, there's no pressure to grab another quarterback early, so you can fill some other needs there, at least this year. Man, maybe pick one 6th, 7th round, one of those kind of guys.
Yes, I would agree.
Right?
That would be the combination.
And then next year, if you maybe want to get one higher mid round. But if you already got a quarterback that you're counting on, it doesn't make it, that priority kind of drops down, which I think it would be good.
Yeah. Hey, the other thing is offensive line. Still want to upgrade it some with a high draft pick for you, Gold, just for you.
There's no doubt. Offensive line, cornerback. I mean, those are areas that it seems like we've been talking about forever. And the way Hafley runs his defenses, they want to get some size at the cornerback. I mean, you even look at the free agents they're signing. These are all under the radar guys that are available, in February. Look at the size of every guy they've signed. It's going into that direction of being a bigger, more physical team. So I definitely think the offensive line is an area, depending upon who's back. I think they're set at left tackle. And Patrick Paul, give Chris Greer credit. I think that was a heck of a draft pick. This guy looks like he's going to be a 10-year guy at a really important position. But yeah, overall in the offensive line, we know. I mean, you can't be picking guys up off the street in December and they're starting. They can't be doing that anymore.
A lot of work, and we're going to have to chew up some money, get rid of this dead money, and clean it back up so we can get back in the game here. But this draft's going to be huge. This first 5 picks, especially the 1, the 2, and 3 threes are going to be big. My man, thank you so much. I know you got business to take care of. I appreciate you coming on, Gold. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Just remember one thing about salary caps. There's no salary cap in broadcasting.
There you go.
What you can.
There you go.
Exactly right. Great
There's
point.
no floor.
Great point. That's beautiful. Nicely said by Gold right there. We don't have a cap. Hopefully we don't get one here in the morning. It's Goldie from Panthers joining us this morning, talk a little bit. Hey, Bo, we got a lot more stuff to get to here. When we come back, we're going to talk to Jay Lucas, Miami Hurricanes basketball head coach. That's going to be coming up. But before we do, we just want to let you know, man, something else really cool going on right now. Marlins, not just the Marlins back at it in spring, but the World Baseball Classic. I got to tell you, man, I was there with O.J. McDuffie. I don't remember who else was with us. That thing was unbelievable. March 6th through the 17th at Lone Depot Park is the World Baseball Classic. It's returning to South Florida, and why not? Hey, you can watch the powerhouse teams like Dominican Republic, Venezuela, Israel, Netherlands. They got some great head-to-head matchups for you can really enjoy. And if you've been out there, you know what that atmosphere is like, and it doesn't feel like a normal baseball game. It's great. They're going to be sold out. We want you to get ready to go, especially if you got a favorite team you want to watch. Go to marlins.com/WBC. That's marlins.com/World Baseball Classic, WBC. Hey, I'm telling you right now, it's going to be a fun one coming up. March 6th through the 17th at Lone Depot Park, the World Baseball Classic is back.
WQAM